Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy.
Hello. Good evening, and welcome. I'm too loud. Yes, you're right, Colin. And welcome to the After Hours. I'm Carlos Silva, talking with you all the way here from Aventura, Florida. And as always, I'm not alone. And please, I have to first to show something. I did some little research about our friend in Kentucky, and I ran into a really old video about his when he was young. He was in a choir and he was singing. Take a look. All the way from Kentucky, our buddy Colin Kendall.
Can't even defend myself.
Mr.
It does look a lot like me as a kid.
Mr.
It really
Petey,
does.
no, Petey Potipotos or Mr. P for the closest ones. And
There you go.
and all the way
It's a
from
badge
the
of honor, I'm sure.
from Orlando. And I also found something really old in an old video about his infancies, and when to show and to showcase how sociable he always was. Take a look.
Uh-oh.
What?
People.
Oh no.
Our friend Jason Knapp.
That's about right.
It really is.
Sure hasn't changed much. Yep.
Buddies, let's talk Disney. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you kind of quiet today, Jason.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a little bit quiet. And
It
Colin,
just seems that way because we're not used to hearing him talk all the time because it's been a month and a half.
and Colin has a little bit of an issue with the microphone, but buddy,
Yeah, we don't know.
we were carried like this. How's everything,
Sorry.
guys? How's everything? Is everything okay?
Everything's marvelous.
There's a lot to talk today, but first of all, we need to say.
I don't want to.
Oh yeah,
Now. I don't want to.
Yes, about time. And your
All right,
microphone.
if I'm required. Okay, so it's good to see Colton. Good to see you. Mark Jones, hello. There's that Jason guy that we can't get rid of. There's Wendy Seeger. Good to see you. Mark Jones, I might have already mentioned that. I'm just reading names here. Catherine Gligowski. I still get that name wrong.
Kathy. Just call her Kathy. She likes Kathy.
Victor Veras. Good to see you.
Victor,
Also?
yeah.
Yeah, see, I kind of
Lisa. Say hi to Lisa Milam.
He's Lisa Mylan.
Say hi to Wendy. Say hi to Wendy. And Peter Mano's with us.
Peter, my friend Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Selby Pegoraro, all the way from São Paulo, Brazil. Yes, too. Mary T. Well is here.
My mom.
Your mom is here. Michelle is here. Okay.
I'll be on my best behavior.
He's got his own fan crew over there.
Karen St. Pierre, Joe Logan, Mark Wadding,
Ben.
Yeah,
Ben is here.
Claire is also here, and
Claire's here.
and I think both Ben and Claire are watching us from the parks. I think.
Oh,
Might be.
Yeah, it might
close.
be.
I know. I think John's in town too, somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an invasion.
He's smarter than the others, and he's not here.
Kyle Bowmeyer. I know that Kyle went to. Kyle went to São Paulo.
Well, yeah, he always sends pictures after he's been 3 days after he's been somewhere because you're never really allowed to know where he is until after the fact.
It's a witness
today
protection
we got
program.
pictures.
You have to.
Today we got pictures from Panama, so I figure he's probably actually somewhere, like in Antarctica or something.
No, but he had probably an amazing time. He sent pictures not only. He sent also. He was listening to Brazilian music there, so it was nice. He had a nice.
so many choices.
Yeah, it's really good particular choices.
If you listen to Van Halen in Brazil, are you listening to Brazilian music?
Only if Carlos is singing it.
Like, isn't it still Brazilian? Because now it's like if Van Halen's playing in Brazil, they're live. Isn't their music now Brazilian?
It is rock. And
there's no rock.
No, there's Brazilian rock, but then gonna be in Portuguese. Okay.
What about that German stuff that you listen to? Is that German music in Brazil?
All that yodeling?
Yes, but there's German bands in Brazil, in my hometown.
They banned the Germans?
No, the band.
That's a different country.
Okay. Did you say hi to Brian? Brian Bowen's with us, and Karen. Did you say hi to Karen?
I said hi
to Logan,
to Steve,
Mary Wells.
To Sergio Martins also. Sergio Martins from Brazil.
Mark Whiting's with this.
Yes, I already saw the Mark Whiting. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you say it. I couldn't hear you over all that noise.
See if you listened.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
We had that one ready.
I was getting ready with that. I know already have. Let me show you. Let me show something for you, to everybody here. Look how neat. How neat is this one thing? Look how beautiful.
He's very impressed with this. I think it's cool.
Yeah, and it's a zipper.
Yeah, we know.
Are they only selling this out west?
I think so.
Don't
No, you have here, and look here what he does.
He laughs like you.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks a little like what's his name from It, right? Doesn't it? Whatever that was called.
You lost me at horror movie.
All right. Okay. Never mind.
No, Pennywise.
Anyways, look in the little head. The head looks like Pennywise a little bit. That's freaky. Yeah, that's
Isn't he
scary.
the one that holds the balloon?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
See, that's all I got.
Yeah.
But buddies, we have a lot to show and to talk today. There's some news that we need to talk about, some recent news and some, and then we're gonna go to the whole thing about the D23, okay? And but let's start with now is the time.
No, as good a time as any.
Let me. Okay, I'll bring
Let's
this.
just be clear. Okay, so just so the people understand what we're getting into when we talk about the news of the week. Is this pretty much the entire show?
No, but you know what?
Separated it out.
But you know, there's look who's here. Wait, Walt,
John.
John is here. John is here.
Hello.
He's out watching us in Florida. He's also
We're all
here.
sitting in the hot tub together, probably.
And you know what is bad? I meant to Claire that I was intending to go to see them all, but I'm traveling to Michigan, right? Just arrived from California and then have to go to Michigan. Pedro's
What a change of pace.
Yeah,
It's okay.
but I love Michigan. I love.
No, I mean it's okay.
Nobody loves
You're going to
Michigan.
Michigan.
I love Michigan. I love
Really?
yeah.
You're selling
Kinda
a
shocked.
little hard.
No, but sippers and bath bombs. But did I pronounce okay? Sipper is sipper or zipper? Sipper.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, sure. I mean, you could go either way, really.
Zipper, no. Zipper is another thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
got to get the
Zip up
order
your
right.
jacket.
So, when we talk about the news, are we talking about like is the D23 stuff part of the news, or is that separate from?
I separated it. Okay.
Gonna be like this longest news
No. There's a whole segment for the D23. Let's start. Well, actually, the first thing that gonna need to bring for the news is actually we received the foodie guide for the Epcot's
official name.
Foodie guide for Epcot's Food and Wine Festival for this year's. What I decided to do to showcase to you guys and to everybody is just to bring the new items or most of the new items. One thing I noticed in the foodie guide is that there's several things that they call new that were not new at all.
No,
no, yeah,
who was with that?
yeah. I think
changed
they.
one
I think
ingredient and
you know
I
what?
was wondering. It's like, there's like one
Buddy,
thing changed in the color.
Buddy, I think they copy paste from the old from last year, and they still
is
carrying
wrong.
still
wrong.
carrying the new. Yeah, it is strange.
It wouldn't surprise
Well,
me.
no, because
Not
the
a-
hot dogs we know, but the hot dogs weren't on last year, so it wasn't a
No.
complete copy and paste.
There were several things that were new, so they
yeah.
they wrote for the new things, but the things that were new last year.
They
They
left.
copy
counted as-
paste.
they also
They
counted as new this year.
They copy and paste to the
Yeah, yeah.
that was for sure. Look, so that's the foodie guide for the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. First thing I need to bring is a new booth.
Gotta be careful there.
A new booth called.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, and I love because it's Jason's favorite subject.
That's it.
Mac and cheese.
Just for the record, I'm actually not against mac and cheese. I have eaten my share of mac and cheese in my life.
Yeah.
But let's go back to this.
Okay.
The thing is,
Oh, here we go. Here it comes.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
it comes. All right, let it out.
okay, let's just be clear. The cheesesteak macaroni and cheese with shaved beef, that is essentially hamburger helper. Right? I mean, that is hamburger helper. Okay. Next, this truffle macaroni and cheese. Now, this is gonna appear again later on. I'm pretty sure that somebody has some in with the synthetic truffle
But
industry.
it's everywhere.
Because
It's
putting
the
in
word.
everything.
The
It's
word is
horrible.
smelling like truffle. The word is smelling because everybody's. I hate truffle fries.
It's what
fries.
you do. It's what you
Really?
do when you don't have enough faith in the flavor of your food. You throw a little synthetic truffle oil in it, and folks, I hate to tell you this, but it's all synthetic truffle. Unless you're going to a really, really nice restaurant and there's somebody's coming tableside, which you know I love, and they shave it in front of you, you're getting fake synthetic truffles, and they're using
still
too much
tastes
of it,
good.
and it's going to taste terrible. So I think the move here. I'm not even going to talk about the Impossible Chili. Like that's
No,
just,
but it's impossible
No,
for
that's
me to
gross.
like.
Sorry.
It's impossible for me to like that. So it's,
No, I can't do it.
I mean, why not just have hey, you know what's vegetarian? Mac and cheese.
It's already that way.
You don't need to put fake meat in it.
no.
The
just-
Impossible thing bothers
buddy,
me
no,
way
no.
more than the
No,
truffle thing
leave it
because they put it on
alone.
every
But
booth. It seems like.
But it's not plant based because you have cheese.
Well, that's true. That's true. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna do, but they don't tell us what kind of. Is it Impossible cheese? No, I don't think so. What's the cheese?
I doubt it.
I don't know.
What is the cheese?
Yeah,
Probably
I'm
just
just-
fake cheese.
And you don't have to look.
and everybody has
Equal
a
and
huge
fair,
love for
not the
lobster
same.
mac and cheese.
I don't.
And
I don't
yeah.
the lobster. I don't
Everybody
want
but
to do it.
Jason.
It's not worth talking about. Look, and just to be clear, I like lobster and I like mac and cheese. Together, I feel, in my opinion, that you lose the taste of the lobster, which is like the thing you're paying for.
No,
That's
actually,
my point.
Actually, you
what I
enrich the mac and cheese. That's the
Yeah, and
thing.
it enriches the size of Disney's wallet.
We're already doing that, buddy. We're already doing that for a long time.
This
I
one
would say,
for me.
yeah.
This one's gonna be a pass. This booth.
Oh,
This is a flyover booth.
The booth,
One down, 27 to go.
Yeah.
the booth. Okay. So let's go to the second one. The second booth, new booth, is the festival favorites, with the one that is located in Communicar Hall, and next to the
Echo Chamber.
airport lounge. Yeah, next to
This
the
is the new
airport.
building right off of the Celebration Gardens, by the stage area, by the new meet and greet thing. This is that wonderfully inspired building. I don't know. I'm trying. That does kind of look like Terminal C
Yes, yes.
at Orlando International.
It's a beautiful,
It's
beautiful, beautiful,
It's
beautiful.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So in that place, which they have an outside booth, and they have the festival favorites, which and now they're bringing kielbasa and potato pierogies with caramelized
pierogies. Yeah.
Pierogies.
And pierogies. That's how the Americans say it. Pierogies.
And
with caramelized onions and sour. I mean, that sounds like it could be good.
No, but
I don't like pierogies.
the one who brought my attention was the pork rinse.
Yeah, I love the pimento cheese.
You're not a pork rind fan?
No. You can get the pimento cheese and I get the pork rinds.
I feel like we've had this in another booth. But I think we had the pimento cheese and the
that
pork
at
rinds.
Disney somewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well there's a lot of like Boathouse has some great pimento cheese. Art Smith's got some great pimento cheese.
Somebody had pork rinds too. Was it the Mexico Pavilion that had pork rinds at one point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we've seen this somewhere, but it's fine. Pork rinds with the pimento cheese, the pork rinds will probably be over flavored. I mean, like out flavored, and it'll just be crunchy.
Seasoned, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I'm not a big pork rinds fan. They're fine.
Surprised they don't have Impossible pork rinds.
I love pork rinds.
I don't think that would work.
So let's go to the other one. The other one is not a new booth, but it's a new item. There's a new item in Mexico. Is the tostada de camarones. Tostada de camarones. So it's a tempura batter shrimp on a tortilla. Well, I love this. And
I would eat this.
Oh yes, I would know with many of this. Whenever you have how you call that? Let me tempura batter.
Yeah,
shrimp.
Okay, we talked about that.
You already got that the attention.
We talk about that.
What tempura batter?
Yeah. So this is another theme that you'll see across the menus tonight.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to it.
I don't understand why. Okay, it's Mexico. All right. Why are we having a Japanese style shrimp?
But it's a fusion of the word showcase.
No. I don't understand. I'm sure there's a Mexican way to cook shrimp that we would all really adore and love to try.
I think it's called a grill.
No, the tempura is battered and fried, and it's uniquely Japanese in style. I don't understand why we're having this uniquely Japanese shrimp in Mexico. And I'm not just trying to be a problem here. I'm literally saying I don't understand. This is supposed to be a celebration of the food of these countries. Why are we having Japanese shrimp in Mexico?
I'm wondering how it's going to be.
Wait till we get to Italy.
Wait till when to get to D23.
I'm just saying.
It will be a fun night.
I'm sure it's delicious. Put it in Japan.
Okay, let's go to the other one, which also it's not a new booth, but it's a new item. Is the Shanghai Sky noodles from the China menu? This is pretty Chinese.
It's in China.
So yeah. So
this actually could be good.
I love the
Is
noodles.
it cold or is it no?
No, it's not. It's, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a little spicy too. But they also had listed the other thing as being new, the pork belly and bao, I think.
But there was not a picture. That's why I couldn't show.
Oh, but it's not new. It was there last year, and it's also part of the appetizer menu at the restaurant, Chinese restaurant, whatever it's called.
The new one?
Seven Dragons. Nine Dragons. Yeah.
They did lose. Did they lose
I'm
two?
thinking Japan.
99 had red dragon balloons.
Okay.
I thought it was 7 dragons.
Oh, and Spain. So the Spain charcuterie is not new, but there has a pan con tomate. But what is new is the paella negra. The paella is
that was there last year.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
So they got me.
Did they list it as new?
Yes, they listed it as new.
Oh.
Yeah. Copy paste.
I'm telling you.
Won't find me eating that.
Why?
not?
The ink, the squid ink rice?
Yeah, I can't do squid. Can't do it.
Why?
Even you tried to get me to try it, and I tried it. I just can't do it. It's a texture thing.
Oh, it's octopus. The squid ink is in the rice. The octopus is what's grilled, and you're eating the octopus. So you get both.
But you're probably only squid. Well, or
Both tentacles for good measure.
But your problem is with the squid or octopus too, or it's just
Yeah, is your problem with calamari or with octopus?
They're both kind of chewy.
Well, no. See, then you haven't had good octopus.
yes. You need
I mean,
to,
because
Then maybe that's fair. That's probably
have we
fair.
told you the octopus story, Colin?
in
Yes, unfortunately, I've heard the
you-
octopus story.
we need to go. We need to go to Lisbon together, buddy. We have to, and with Jason, and
You know, you haven't lived until you've been showered by an octopus.
I think I can do without.
Okay, so a big hi to our buddy Felipe Teixeira, all the way from Texas. Hi, Felipe. How are you, my friend? Okay, so let's go to another one. See, so we already saw this one. Yes. Then Flavors of America.
You skipped Italy.
No, but Italy, there was nothing new.
No, there is.
But nothing with
There
a good picture. Nothing with a good picture.
Hold on, everybody. I'll find Italy. Oh, my goodness.
That's why you couldn't even remember. That's why it's not so.
I remember.
What
Because I
was
wanted
it?
to. You skipped over Refreshment Outpost.
No, but it's also with
I
nothing
know you
new.
didn't have a picture of the new thing. You're skipping all the good stuff. The Refreshment Outpost. They have a. You ready for this? It's a curried chicken and South African Boerewors sausage stew with chickpeas and potatoes, and it's served in a bread bowl. And that
But that's
sounds
not new.
amazing. That one is new. That's new.
Really?
That's new. Yeah. It's different.
We had the Impossible bratwurst in the past. There.
That and they have an Impossible spicy sausage with peri peppers this year.
Yeah,
too.
that's the one.
And I gotta tell you, it's actually good for like this. If you're gonna eat Impossible stuff, this is the way to do it because this is really good. So this is a booth, and they have this chocolate amarula mousse and with white chocolate. I tell you, it looks like a zebra dome. I think they're just not allowed to use like copyright zebra domes or something. This booth, do not skip over Refreshment Outpost this year. This is a must try in my opinion.
Is that the one on the right by Canada? Usually.
No.
No.
It's over.
The one with the drums in they drive you crazy in
the
in
trading
Africa.
post.
The trading between China and Germany.
I know what you're talking about. I know where you're talking about. That's where they usually
What's
have
that
those
called?
cool
That's called
It's-
refreshment something, isn't it?
something.
Yeah, but not
Yeah, we'll get there.
but it's not.
Wait, so
the
where is
refre-
this one?
This is in the Africa area.
Between Germany and China?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. P.
I didn't
Mr.
even
P.
know there
What's
was
going
one
on
there.
with you?
Told you it was the last time I was at Food and Wine
yeah.
Festival.
Yeah.
I'm always going the fall.
I think
So
it's
let's-
fair to skip all of it. Okay, but then you got to get to Italy, and you're right. Italy has no pictures, which is telling. It's telling. And I got to read this first thing to you, which apparently is new, and it is, I kid you not, Italian style, and in quotes, Italian style nachos. Nachos are in quotes. Homemade beef ragu, pasta chips, tomato sauce, dried ricotta, cheese.
He goes
Like,
crazy.
What? The Mexicans
go
are serving
insane.
Japanese. The Italians are serving Mexican. What is happening?
Bothers him so much.
I don't understand.
They're just jealous of each other last year, so they did it this year.
I think it just makes it clear that they do not actually have the people representing the countries deciding on these menus.
Making the food.
Not a chance.
Okay, so let's go to the American flavor flavors of America. This one is the one inside the rotunda, the American Adventure Pavilion there, and you have a bunch of hot dogs now. Actually 3, and then also have the pudding cake. Okay, but they have a New York style all beef hot dog. Chicago style all beef hot dog and Carolina style. No, they have actually 4.
But hold on.
They have 4.
You're leaving off the good stuff. Like
Okay.
the New York style all beef hot dog has sauerkraut, onion tomato sauce, and mustard, spicy mustard, and a brioche bun. Right? The sauerkraut part. Oh, you won my heart with that. Then the Chicago style has tomato, dill pickle, pickled sport pepper. I don't even know. I didn't know there was such thing as sport like pepper sports, but this is a pickled sport pepper, diced onions, yellow mustard, and Chicago green relish. Chicago has its own relish, apparently. Chicago green relish and a poppy seed bun. I have to just watch Carlos eat this.
No, all of them. buddy.
And then the Carolina style all beef
Big
hot
hot dog fan.
Yeah,
chili,
no.
coleslaw, yellow mustard, and a brioche bun. That I mean, I'm a little embarrassed for America to have nothing but hot dogs. Oh, I didn't
taste
forget. I
good.
forgot the Southwest style hot dog.
Yes, please.
Bacon with warm pinto beans, tomatoes, jalapenos, avocado cream, and queso fresco. And a French roll. Oh, a French roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Peter is saying I can wait for the Japanese pavilion Norwegian salmon sushi.
Exactly. Here it comes.
Well, but actually, there was
looks
nothing.
great, actually.
There was nothing new in Japan,
No, there is.
but not with a picture. Buddy,
So it doesn't exist.
we need a picture now to showcase here. There's several other things new. I'm just bringing the ones that have a beautiful picture because we already have beautiful faces and
have a picture.
and we need to have beautiful pictures. So that's no.
You want to hold it? You want to hold the picture up?
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Like, see, hold on.
But it's not beautiful. Whoa.
I mean, it's not beautiful. It's beautiful. What's not beautiful about it?
Okay.
The Wagyu Tamaki sushi, handheld
Wagyu.
sushi with sweet and savory American Wagyu beef topped with Takana Japanese pickles and spicy mayo. That actually sounds amazing.
Buddies, and then there was another new booth,
Oh, we're gonna skip the rest. That's fine.
and this is the Bramblewood Bites menu between World Showcase and Imagination Pavilion. And then you have many. Probably that's the Flavors of Fire, but now with a new name. Could be
Where are we?
Bramblewood Bites menu.
Are you okay?
It
I don't
is-
know where that is.
Well, it is between
World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion.
If you, because
You jumped over all these things. Oh
because
my goodness.
you know the problem, buddy. You're reading
They didn't
your
have pictures.
you're reading you're not reading the screen.
Well, I know because I thought you were going to go in order of the new things, but you're just
No.
skipping over.
There's also gonna have the show about D23. I could not showcase
okay,
everything.
That's fair.
So you have the pork tenderloin. We have the grilled bison, and you have the Brussels sprouts with the root vegetables and dried cranberries. Everything is beautiful there. I like this.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
What is Bramblewood?
I have no idea.
Why? Bramblewood. No.
Sounds
Why-
inappropriate, doesn't it?
No. Just trying to understand what Bramblewood has
Where's
to
love
do.
all meaning?
And what's to do between World Showcase and and it is a
Tartlet.
Bramblewood could be what a brand of
Farm? I don't know.
I don't know. Could be a farm, yeah. But I thought
I wonder if it's like a brand
well.
that we
Let-
don't know of.
Let me tell you one thing, and now I noticed that I didn't prepare everything right. But no problem. There was also this thing here. It is the
It's a cool backpack.
yes, cool backpack and
I don't think I could pull it off, but
All right, Dora.
Okay, let me try to do in while we're here. I will try to bring. Let me do the following because I forgot to prepare the last stuff that I should supposed to prepare. It is not even here.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll explain that the not to be missed again is the Lamington cake in the Australia booth. Probably the best dessert. Probably the best dessert for the festival every year.
Yeah,
Lamington cake. Oh, so excited.
buddy, help me there. Go make your comments about that because I'm trying to.
I get to talk about the
it's
Lamington cake.
It has to be.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's this yellow cake, and it's got this raspberry filling inside with chocolate and coconut. Oh, it's
Sounds
delicious.
tasty.
It is so good, and they usually have a nice beer pairing there as well. But it doesn't look like they have any beer there.
Google won't tell me what Bramblewood is either.
Bramblewood.
Unfortunately, yeah, it won't tell me. There's a neighborhood in Pennsylvania. That's all I've got.
Yeah, it's not like a. I guess you're just supposed to know Bramblewood. It's like
Maybe.
Bramblewood bologna, Bramblewood
That's
sausage,
That's a
Bramblewood.
conversation for later.
Bramblewood.
Almost done here. Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta let me download. I thought that
There's
I
also
did.
snails.
Break
Snails
it,
return to France for those interested. That's
What is?
happening. Snails.
Oh, snails.
No, thank you.
In the brioche, no?
Yeah, whatever. I'm not eating it. It's not good. After the wafflers made me do that, and I hit something
Do you-
crunchy.
Ooh.
Nope, never happened to that. That's never happening again.
Do you like the ones on the inside of the France Pavilion at Chefs de France?
Snails?
Or you don't like snails? Period.
I just don't like the whole idea, the whole
I don't,
concept of
so I'm just
snails.
curious.
I think that if you're going to eat a bottom dweller, bottom feeder kind of thing, it should be tasty. It should be delicious. And snails, they just end up talking. They end up just tasting like whatever you cooked it in, or the
Salt.
garlic butter. This, whatever. Like, so what's the point? What's the point? I don't understand.
Buddies.
It'll fill you up.
So
Bad texture to me.
So the last thing I need to bring to you that I mentioned that today we had a brand new reporting from the Theme Entertainment Association about the numbers of the attendance numbers that
They usually release months earlier.
they usually release in April. Everybody was kind of worried because they thought, oh, probably Disney is pressuring them not to release because the numbers were not good. But actually, we found out that it was not Disney that was pressuring. Probably another company. I'm not saying, yeah. And so the Theme Entertainment Association, the numbers were announced. Let me go one by one here, and then and then you have. Let's first bring the worldwide numbers, and Disney Experience is increased in terms of attendance from 22nd to the 23rd, increased 17%, which is really good. But there is a Chinese company called Fata Wild Group that.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it like a soft
Not
drink?
sure.
Yeah. Oh, Universal increased 18%. Actually, they did really, really well in Japan. Okay, they did really well in Japan. But Disney Experience increased. But let's go to the thing that we really like to know is about the domestic market. And here we go. So
That's small. Okay.
yeah, I know. But the only way I could put the 20 top 20 here. So Magic Kingdom is the top theme park in America, and increased 3.4% in attendance from 2022 to 2023. Okay. Disneyland is the second one, also, and it's really close to the attendance of Magic Kingdom.
It's a little surprising.
But look, the third one. It is Epcot, and Epcot increased. Jason, you're not looking. I'm here.
I'm looking at my screen. I got my glasses on, so I had to blow my screen up like an old man.
But look here. Let me go back there.
Now I'm gonna see myself. Thanks a lot.
But look, Epcot is the third one and increased close to 20%. From 22nd to the 23rd. So what is
That's
behind?
weird with all the construction too.
No, but there you have something there very special that happened.
okay.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but I mean the numbers. You also have to look at like the distance traveled, right? So it didn't have as far to go either. I mean, going from what is that? It went from 10,000 to 11,980.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how those other ones are such small jumps. I don't know. I'd have to do the math, and I don't have a calculator handy. And I was told there wouldn't be math. But
No, there was a small. There was a decrease in Disney's Hollywood Studios of 5.5, and there was a decrease of 2.8 in Disney's Animal Kingdom, and that could be.
Studios is surprising.
Yeah, and that could be because of Epcot with the new attraction. That could be, okay? But there's also something that we noticed here is that Islands of Adventure decreased almost 10%, and Universal, the same thing for Universal Orlando, okay? So And now we found who was asking them to, well, probably making pressure not to release the numbers. So things.
Maybe it was the China group.
Could with the 111%.
Maybe it was coming. Maybe they were shipping it with Wonders China.
Yeah, but good to see Epcot as the second one in Orlando. Good to see things were good. Well, we're good in a year that a few of our competitors were, or their competitors when not so good. Universal has a challenge. Universal has a challenge because they're coming up with the new park, and they need to think about the whole cannibalization process they can have with their parks.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, they forgot something. They needed to invest a little bit more in their parks before having this. Well, they probably do a combo of tickets, and that's also dangerous. It's dangerous for margin, and then dangerous for the price tag. That's probably a lot of people who thinking, I like to go to that new park and not to the other ones.
That's me, 100%. I'd like to see the new one. I have no interest in the other two.
And
I'd go if it was free, but it's not.
When's the last time you were at Colin? When's the last time you were at a Universal?
Never been.
Okay, so that has to get rectified.
Haven't been. Don't really have a desire, but we'll
there's
see.
definitely some things worth seeing, for sure.
Yeah, that's
there's
what everybody
definitely
tells
some
me. I
things
just
worth
can't ride
not
much
seeing.
of it that's
But
there.
how
It's just like
how often do we go?
once a year.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about it.
Yeah.
No, for me, not even once in a year. It's been a while that I don't show up there.
But I think that's because, I think to Colin's point, we tend to enjoy, like we like to go to a park and enjoy things that aren't even attractions. We like to enjoy the spaces, the immersive spaces, and the ambiance and the feel of the air. You don't really get that as much outside of the Harry Potter areas. And if Harry Potter doesn't resonate for you, then you're just in an amusement park at that point.
Yeah, and it's kind of a Six Flag complex for me, and I don't want to say that because they do a great job with their theming and things. But for me, it's like, what do I do after I spend 3 hours there? Like, there's only so much I can physically ride as far as that's not going to make me sick. So it's like,
but
what do I
Epic's
do
going
the
to be
rest of
different.
the day? Yeah,
Epic-
what's kind of exciting to me because there's a lot of stuff I could do.
I'm really excited with the whole idea of that classic monsters area that they're doing. That should be, if they do properly, because there's another thing about the Universal that we always have to guess is the kind of execution. But let's see, and there's some interesting things coming in that park. The only thing is that please don't make me go to the other two parks just to go to that one, because then. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait a lot to visit that park. Okay, I really don't want to go to the other two parks. No.
And what Carlos is speaking to is there's some, we don't know definitively, but the rumors are out there about the crowd control, like the capacity control for the park. There's gonna be so much interest, so much desire to go there that it's going to need to be limited to a certain. What is is somebody like baking?
No, I was fixing my share.
Oh my God.
His chair's shrinking again.
Everybody should have a share. So I think that they need to figure out a way to limit the demand, right? And the way that it's been speculated is that they may require people to buy like a 3-day pass or 3-park pass, and that you can't, you can only go to Epic Universal one of those days, that sort of thing. I haven't heard anything about how they're going to handle the pass holder situation, because obviously you're not going to do something like that with pass holders.
But it's not only that. Their concern is also they know that Carlos just wants to go to Epic and don't want to go to the other ones.
Exactly.
And they don't want the visitors that were probably considering going to at least one of the parks, the old parks, going only to Epic. So that's what they're trying to do, to bundle that.
It makes you kind of wonder if they'll do something like what SeaWorld did several years ago. This is probably 5 or 10 years ago. I don't know if they still offer it anymore, but they used to do something where if you went to like Discovery Cove, like one of their premier facilities, you'd also get Aquatica and SeaWorld entry for like 3 or 4 days or something like that. But now they don't have to. They're not trying to sell the ticket, so they kind of have the opposite problem. So it'd be interesting to see how they solve it or try to.
Felipe say Universal during Mardi Gras is fun. Yes, but and for me, in terms of the Halloween Horror Nights, they're great. I love that event. But the rest of the year, okay. Buddies,
Greg's here. Greg Dykes here, by the way.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Hi, Greg. Well, let me do the following. Actually, we're gonna jump to D23 now. Okay, and there's
where's my
Here
bourbon?
he comes. Yeah. His box of tissues.
Let me comment to you guys. I was actually I went there for the not only for the three days of the expo, but also 2 of the panels. I wasn't able. Actually, when I bought the tickets, I was with with Jason in Portugal. And we were in a pizza place. Remember?
I do remember. There was a lot of tension.
Yeah,
A lot
but
of tension.
I was able to buy the tickets for the night panels, for the 2 night panels that happened on Saturday, which was the Park Experience and the Disney Legends. Okay, overall, talking about D23, it was amazing. It was beautiful. In terms of the expo and everything that they did. It's beautiful. One thing that they were different, it is when it comes to exposing new things. They were really good for instance, for Imagineering. But not only that, they were bringing the Imagineers to the floor to talk with you. So in every part of the, for instance, Imagineering Pavilion, you had the Imagineers there, so you can talk with them. So remember that holotile, the thing that you can walk in. So Lenny was there. Lenny was there not only one day, for the whole show. Okay, Bruce
Probably got tired of talking to you.
I had many pictures with him. Bruce Bong was there. Everybody was there, so you could talk with them. And they were also when it comes to Imagineering, they had a little stage. And they had several different panels there, showcasing different things. So it was great. And in the other areas too. But Imagineering, actually, what they did is that this year there was no Park Experience pavilion or booth. They only had Imagineering, and even for instance for things like. Disney Plus. They also have the Disney Plus, but also have some different pavilions or booths for shows. Okay, that was really nice. There was no Star Wars pavilion, but there was a Lucasfilm pavilion showcasing the stagecraft, the ELM.
The volume.
Yeah, buddies. That's mind blowing.
I was so jealous. It did. I got to tell you, from what I saw, I thought the exhibits that they had on the floor, the booths and so forth, that looks much better than the last D23. Much better.
Oh yes, Marvel, they did something really.
The TVA.
TVA. So
that's cool. I saw the walkthrough.
You visited TVA, and there was also for Avatar. So let me do the following. I took some videos and
you never catch me in an Avatar walkthrough because it could take 17 years.
No, it was fun. No, I do it in 40 seconds. Let me show you. How was everything there with this little video? Take a look. And then I was walking around D23 and I felt the most beautiful and cutest person in the whole show.
And I was standing right next to her.
It was great. So we got to run into many friends there. It was nice. Actually, what I did before this year, Jason, is that we did the parks before the D23. So we did 4 days of parks, and during the days of the D23 there was no parks, so we could rest and actually because there were the panels during the night, and the panels were surprisingly, the production for me was mind blowing, and I'm trying to figure out if they're gonna put. I know that Disney Legends is already in Disney Plus. But even for Parks and Experience, the amount of production that they did for that show was, and the whole energy in the pavilion was great. So it was nice. It was a really beautiful night. Josh D'Amaro started the night saying, "No more blue skies," and saying that yes, I'm listening to you guys and trying to say that I know that probably.
He said that, but it wasn't true.
But
he didn't say there wouldn't be gray skies.
Yeah,
no, I said shades of brown.
And that's the point. There were a lot of things that we laughed that night, saying, "Well, but where are they gonna put this cars attraction in Frontierland? Oh,
so
what's
much
going
for
to
things that hadn't broken ground yet? Like that wasn't true."
Yeah, but one thing is true, and that's one thing that I actually the next day I was talking to one of the Imagineers in the booth, and they said, "Well, for most of the things we're already having, we're already in the dirt move. So they're already working in the lands and in the places. So let's see. But let's go first. Well, let's start with Disneyland, with the things that they were announced for Disneyland. Okay. Oh no.
Just a general statement. I was actually surprised that they had so little to say about Disneyland, considering the massive, the massive space, the extra space that they've just had all rezoned and the approvals that were done through the city of Anaheim to change the zoning on the space around there.
The whole Disneyland forward. I think.
Yeah, I was really surprised that there wasn't more related to that.
But you know a thing,
they're still concerned about it.
Yeah,
they don't know what they're gonna do.
Yes, I think they're still figuring out what they're gonna do.
No, I mean, don't they though? I mean,
they should, but do they? Is the question.
Because
I think they do. I think they do.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I think it might change. Maybe it'll change. I don't think you.
That
they had some very specific
maybe they're
asks.
afraid to put it out.
Very specific asks, and in that plan, and I don't think you get to that level of specificity without having some idea of what you're going to do. But neither here nor there. I think it is what it is.
But
I was surprised.
You know how things work when they scale like that. I think probably there's some commitments that there need to be met. I don't know. Yeah. I think there's several things, but that is not only is a lot of things, but it's really complicated because it's the middle of the city. So that's what I understand. But let's go to the land. What they announced for Disneyland Resort. First, let's start with something that they brought it first as something related to the 70 years of Disneyland, and it was really well received. And I hope it's going to be well executed because it is the Walt Disney A Magical Life. So they're bringing Walt as an animatronic to the Opera House in Town Square, along with Mr. Lincoln.
That's what I don't get.
I really don't know how it's going to work. I
heard they were going to rotate it or something.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if it's going to.
Are there two theaters there or just one theater?
I think
there's one theater. Just one theater.
No. Good
I
luck
love
with
this
that.
idea, though. Don't get me wrong. I think it's one of the things that should have happened many, many, many years ago. But nonetheless, it's going to be interesting to see how logistically it works.
I've got other concerns.
What's your concern, buddy?
It has to be done well.
Eh,
If it's not done well, it's going to be.
Thing.
Anything that's
concerned.
concerned,
Have you been to Hall of Presidents recently?
yeah, that's the point. That's the point. Yes, I was in the Hall of Presidents,
And
and,
I
you
gotta
were
tell
and
you,
you were in audio with me.
We were there too,
Sure.
apparently.
Yeah.
Those presidents don't look. They don't look like the people.
Yeah. It does
Yeah.
make you wonder. It has to
Yeah,
be done well, or
because
it's
if
going to
this
be
is-
a huge flop.
If this is like one of those weird uncanny valley things, or if it just looks like some completely different person than what we know to be, and then they try to sell it like, oh, this is the Disney of this time period. No.
It better be the Tom Hanks version of Walt Disney to be that close.
Mark
It needs
Mark
to be that close.
Mark Jones is helping out us with the details. Is that they're installing a giant turntable switch between the two. They have filed the permits. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Interesting.
But
Still.
I'm worried. I don't think it's a bad idea. I really don't. I'm just
Yeah.
No, I
one
think
thing-
it's a great idea. It's just
It is. It is
how it's
all
gonna
a
be
matter
implemented.
of all matter of execution. That's the only concern that I do have.
Now
I
they
think-
mentioned the families involved. I was not familiar with who they mentioned.
that's something.
well, like Roy's nephew, like
Yeah, it's
like,
something-
like one
Roy's-
guy.
No, he
Yeah.
was in the crown. He showed up.
there, yeah, at least they showed
he
him.
was there. And,
So
You're
did
gonna
the
sit
family
there-
museum people turn them down?
okay.
They can only afford one ticket.
No, it's a little bit more complicated. We need to take care with that because we're gonna be killing dreams. But there's one side of the family that don't talk with the other side
Yeah,
of
we
the
know,
family
yeah,
that
yeah.
often,
Right.
and they brought in one side of the family. Actually, Roy's the nephew,
it's
but
the
the one
great-nephew, right?
the great nephew, but the one there was his son. Okay.
Oh, the great nephew's son.
Yes, he was there. Okay,
The great
but
nephew
but but we need to remember that the great nephew was the guy that probably saved the company twice. Could probably save the company twice.
Was that his great nephew or just nephew? I thought it was his nephew.
No, it was his nephew. So
Yeah, his nephew.
this one was the great nephew. Okay,
Yeah.
It's the one that was in the
I don't
crowd.
need the flow chart.
Yeah, but story we need to pay some respect to Roy because he was the one who fought for Michael Eisner and Frank Wells first, and then one who did not fought for Bob Iger, but actually gave a hard time to Michael Eisner in the end. So he was committed with the company. Okay,
It is interesting, but it's interesting also to me that you have part of the family that owns a museum, and that part's not involved here.
buddy.
Well, no,
buddy,
I mean, they don't. I don't actually know that they weren't involved. That
Could be.
and that part of the family, which is the part that was closer to Walt, it is the relationship between them and the company was never that.
It's interesting.
No, I
yeah.
think well, I mean, because the side of the family, Diane Disney, like they were very like there's Disney, the Walt Disney Company, and the Disney Family Museum are actually still very close. They still do a lot of things together. So,
Yeah, but
I don't know,
Diane
it's just
Disney Miller
curious.
the issue was not Diane.
well, I
There's
know
some-
there's the what's her face, but I like
Yeah.
yeah, but she's just a weird outlier.
No. The problem was Lillian.
Oh well, I mean, but she wasn't involved on the museum side.
No, Lillian, and let's remember the Lillian Walt's wife.
You choose your next words carefully, very carefully.
Yes, she married again.
Yeah, you know they're allowed to do that.
No,
in this
yes,
country.
yes. But
I don't know how it is in Brazil.
that no, and then the it seems that the husband and the new husband and the company, there was some friction there. So that's
Just because you can't find them on Wikipedia.
It's delicate. Yeah, it's delicate.
it's delicate. So so too much time for about that. So we're gonna have Walt there. Yay!
Yeah.
So let's go.
I will
Selby's
say,
going to find
if
us a
they
good
do
sculptor.
Yeah.
If they do it well, there will not be a dry eye in that room when they leave. So I'll give them a lot of credit for that. The idea is great.
Oh, Selby is saying, Selby said, the Hall President does not have a good sculptor successor after Blaine Gibson. And
Can't they go to like the Madame Tussauds and get one of their sculptors? 'Cause
Oh,
their
yes.
people look great.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Wax Museum. Like,
Yeah, they look great.
let's go to the other thing that came up to land. The Avatar Experience at California Adventure. No timeline for that. Well, the only thing is important. What Josh Chamorro said. Be assured that anything that's going to be shown here is going to be done in the time frame of 5
know.
years. That's it.
Just
Write
I know,
it-
it was just like
write
was
it
just like
down,
Cherry-
write it down,
Cherry
write
Tree
it down.
Lane. It was just like
Yeah.
Cherry Tree. Oh wait.
yeah.
Okay, forget that. It was like It was like the Play Pavilion. Oh no, wait.
Forget that too.
It was like Wondrous. Oh no, hold on. Wait.
Spaceship Earth? Nope, that didn't happen
No.
either.
Oh wait.
Avatar Experience at Disneyland California Adventure.
Carlos hates us.
No one knows where it's going to be. I always
No one even know what it's gonna be like because they haven't come out with the movie yet.
yes. Well, it's gonna bring not only things and scenes from the last Avatar movie, the one in the water. I think the Way of Water. Yeah, but also
I didn't see it.
Fire and Something is the new one that is coming up next year. So they're gonna incorporate scenes in that too. It is they're not calling it Avatar Land or something like that. They repeat Avatar Experience. But the only thing that everybody's almost sure is that they're going to be using for the attraction there, they're going to be using the Pirates of the Caribbean Shanghai ride system, which is the one that is the boat
is
that
cool.
they're going to be using there in land. So great news. Then that came out of the nobody was expecting.
And this irritated me.
Coco ride at Disney California Adventure.
Well, Disney World deserves this.
Yeah.
Frankly, I was shocked. I was shocked and dismayed. And you know, I know how we're always like, oh, we don't want copies. I'd like to have this too, please.
Yeah, this,
know, I would
buddy,
like to have
thank
this too,
that you remind me that. That's another thing that he stressed a lot and repeated a lot during the presentations, that they're not intending to have clones of rides in the different parks. That is
and
something-
I get that. I don't think that should be a hard and fast rule because
Look at Runaway Railway. I mean,
I think that there's a reason some attractions deserve to be in multiple parks because most people actually won't visit the other parks.
Yeah,
It's just unrealistic, and I think that I don't think you should always start. I mean, it's weird. Mickey's Runaway Railway, which is a fantastic top 5 attraction for me, I think deserves to be because it's Mickey, and there is no other Mickey dark ride attraction. But I think it would be unusual to have them pop up at the same time, other attractions. So I'm not surprised they're doing this one here. I'd be surprised if it doesn't come to Walt Disney World
I mean,
in some.
just look at the concept art though. Like the fireworks are already on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, really, shouldn't it be in the Mexico Pavilion? Really?
makes you
but
wonder.
but is the
Weird,
point?
right?
The point here is also where they're gonna put it in DCA.
I have a bad feeling it'll be Monsters Incorporated show building, but we'll see.
You know one thing, buddy. What they're talking about, that era of Monsters of Monster Incorporated, that could be the Avatar Experience there, which for me doesn't make sense at all.
Really?
But yes,
I don't
See
know.
why there's enough space there.
but it's what they most repeating of. And the other thing that they're doing is they're talking about Coco as probably in the Hyperion. Oh my gosh, how
Theater.
called
Oh, it never reopened, did it?
Yeah, Hyperion Theater. He's okay. Oh, Hyperion Theater. For me, it makes sense in Paradise Pier. But where in Paradise Pier? Probably in replacing Pixar Pier.
Close enough.
Same
place.
Well, yeah, I'm the old school. So probably replacing the
I mean, there's only so many
Mermaid
options out there.
Mermaid. I don't know. Let's see.
Could be.
Yeah. But
Would make
then,
sense there. I mean,
then let's go to Avenger Campus because they finally brought some more details or something they already announced more than 4 years ago. No,
several
4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago. So, but what was the surprise is that they're not bringing one new attraction, but they're bringing 2 new attractions. The first one is not a surprise, but now we have a name. It's called Avengers Infinity Defense. Actually, they showed the.
Can you go back to this picture?
Yes.
Hold on.
You want to see this one here?
Well, I think no. Well, go ahead, keep going because I think you can see the little kabuki arm things there too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Anything
Yeah.
It looks like some of all thrills that used to be. I think that's what it was
Total,
called.
absolutely, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So it is. It is. So then they brought the whole thing up of the Stark Flight Lab, which is the surprise, the new attraction, and also showed this little picture of Bob Iger with Robert Downey Jr. testing it, or pretending that they're testing it. But that is the nice thing. It is going to be like an open air attraction.
Yeah, I could see this going in fairly quickly once it gets started.
Yeah.
What was the timeline on this? Did they say?
No timeline. Oh, 2027. Sorry.
Not as quick as I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Well, it says 2 new attractions, so maybe you'll get one before then.
I don't think so because they're really connected. They're really kind of
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I think this is really going to be.
It needs more. Yeah, that area needs more, and that's a good.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a strong area. It
is already.
I disagree.
It is already a strong area.
But adding more to it, making it more immersive, adding more storylines, more attractions. I mean, how many attractions are going to end up in this space? You're going to have.
I miss.
Five.
I saw the Moonlight Night there. There was several new Moonlight. Yeah, but I lost for seconds. I lost a Deadpool, and I couldn't see Deadpool there. But
now the Doctor Strange thing's going away though, isn't it?
They just stopped it for now because there was some issue with the equity actors, right?
Oh, really?
Basically,
yeah.
So the thing is still there, but they're not doing the show. That's the point. It's only a meet and greet area now.
I think, and it was during the negotiation period. I don't know if that's been protracted or not, but that was a few weeks ago when that news was out, right? A month ago or so.
Okay, and
I
then
don't know. I just saw it stop.
And then moving from land, I will go to another thing that probably for me was the surprise, probably the biggest surprise of the night. Because other things that come into Disney World and things, they were in the back of our minds. There were things that were revamped and revived, but there's something that came up that for me was a surprise and was related to the cruise line, which was the 4 additional ships. Okay,
it's like a fleet.
But
Seems
we need
bold.
to. But one thing is
group.
important. One thing important. Magic and Dream are getting close to be 30 years old, and in the cruise industry, that's a no-go. No-go. I don't.
Yeah, but they specifically said there will be 13 ships.
Yes.
So don't you have to include the Magic and Dream in that count to get the 13?
Yes, but
For 3 weeks.
Yes, that's the point. That's the point. I think it's going to be 13 for a while. Then it's going to be 11. They need to do that. That is something that the industry.
Or they'll have to do something with them. I mean,
they're getting close to 30 years old when the average of the industry is 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they could sink them off the coast of Coco Key and
make them snorkeling excursions.
But there's one thing here. That's one thing that everybody's trying to figure out is that where they're gonna put all this, all this fleet and how they're gonna distribute that, and one thing that you guys have to remember is that we're gonna have another D23 this year. It is the D23 Experience in Brazil. Okay, that is going to have no,
Didn't know that.
Is this a dream you had?
I was gonna say I didn't know this was a thing.
I don't think it's a thing.
You're talking. You're joking with me, no?
No.
We don't
Oh
have a
my
clue,
gosh, buddy!
Carlos.
Okay, it was announced by Disney. Not only announced by Disney, but they already sold the
Are we
tickets.
the only ones, Colin?
They
How about other folks?
they sold the
Everyone-
tickets.
everyone
They
with
sold
us.
everything in less than
Everyone
1 hour.
with us, everyone joining us tonight, like let us know. Like, did you know? Chime in. Did you
This
know
was a
about
thing.
this?
And when
D23
our
Brazil
buddy
or-
Lou Mongello interviewed the guy from D23, they talk about the experience in Brazil, and also Lou is already is considering flying to Brazil to that one. I'm not joking with you down on that, and let
That was on that flight home.
no, I'm
I
gonna
feel like
bring
there were
to,
drinks involved.
no, there's not.
I'm waiting for the comments because I haven't.
You don't need the comments.
Oh, look,
Okay.
he's got a graphic and everything. See, I could have made this, though.
In Canada.
No, come on, guys.
November.
You're not.
Wait, that's in 3 months.
Yes.
Surprising.
Look, Lou said he's looking to go to Brazil. Yes. I don't know, buddies. You're playing with me. You're joking with
No,
me.
I literally had no idea this was a thing.
Come on, buddies.
No clue.
Look, there's
Dude,
another.
buddy, you've never talked about this. We've had
I'm
no
shocked.
conversations about this. I've eaten pizza with you in Portugal while you were getting tickets for
They
this
did-
D23, and
they
you've never
did-
mentioned this.
They did the pre-sale on June 13, and
Are you going?
No, I'm not going. Because I couldn't get tickets, and it is experience. Well, let me tell you again.
What?
I don't think that we're gonna
No,
have
I
it.
understand. Okay, I'm with. Okay, yeah. I mean, I understand that Josh may have said something in the interview about it, but like, did people know before that interview? No, no one.
But if it was announced in June, that was
It,
only 2
it
months
was
ago.
announced. It was announced. It was announced in WDW Magic, and they mentioned a lot.
Why didn't we talk about this at the last After Hours then?
I don't know.
Maybe it came
because,
out afterwards.
You know one thing, buddy. I was
That was
still,
in June.
I
that's
was
when the
still
tickets
trying
went
to
sale.
figure out what was going on, and actually they did the pre-sale on June, and they sold everything in 1 hour. Okay, they sold everything in 1 hour. It's not going to be a big deal. It's almost like what they did to Japan. And it's even smaller than Destination D23, and it's focused in the Latin American market. So the vendors and everything they're gonna have in the expo is related to Latin America. We're not gonna have a D23 that is globally. And as in Japan,
So tempura shrimp.
in Japan, they already had 3 in Japan. Okay, and the last 2 in Japan, they had something like. They hinted and they announced a few things globally. Okay.
Kathy, I don't get those emails.
He doesn't get any emails,
I
apparently.
get no email. I get nothing.
Look,
I'm like blacklisted.
if you don't believe me, you believe Selby.
I do believe Selby. If Selby
More
says
so
it,
than
I believe it.
Carlos.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
He's
So-
a stand-up guy.
It's been out since April, I guess. We're not.
Clearly, we're late to the game, Jason.
Yeah.
He's never talked about this, Colin, right? I mean, it's
I'm
just
shocked.
me.
No,
He's never.
I don't think.
He's
I
never
don't think he's
talked.
ever mentioned it.
It's rare that Colin and I agree about anything. This is something.
It's true.
No, but you know one thing, you know,
can vouch for
buddies,
that, it's
and you got it right. Yeah, that in some way that was my fault because I was never considering going there. It's not a good
Is there
time.
anything
of
else
the
you want to? Is there anything else? This is confession time. Anything else you want to get off your chest? Anything else?
year. No.
You've been holding back on.
What I think is there a good chance that we could hear about something related about those ships or one of those ships and Brazil. And there's some rumors about that. Okay.
Well, didn't they say some of them are not designed to go out of Coco? They're out of different ports.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Amazon.
The repositioning cruise? Oh, if they were so we could do the repositioning cruise that goes to Brazil.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
How
That
long
would
would
be
that
fun.
take?
A very long time.
It'd
It'd be wonderful. Yeah, and we cross the equator. It'd be wonderful.
be really hot.
Yeah. No, if you do it the right time of year. you'll be okay. I think this will be. Oh, because they have to do it. They got to get the ship there. You know, they're gonna load it up with people and charge because they got to cover the cost.
They always do. Yeah.
Well, buddies. So we talk about. So sorry about that. Probably was my fault.
Did you see Felipe's comment about the
no? And
the future they'll
and the future they will merge Latin American and Japanese.
I mean, to come full circle, I'm pretty sure that tempura actually originated in Portugal to begin with, and it was the Portuguese who brought tempura to Japan, which became what they can call it tempura. I forget what you call it in Portuguese. But,
Tempero.
There you go. And then,
yeah. Okay.
Maybe you knocked it earlier.
Maybe this is a precursor to a Brazil pavilion in Epcot. Could be.
If they announce that there. That's not gonna happen.
They'll burn the place to the ground.
Well, let's go to now. We have a long conversation. That's why I have them running.
God, it's already 9:50.
Okay, we've already been here an hour.
And
that's the news for today. Yeah.
When we talk about the news for Walt Disney World, what was announced, first I will bring the things that they were announced in a way that they actually announced. In the middle of a
they
song.
were all over the place.
But no, it worked great.
Oh, the song where
they got in the song, and that was amazing. I don't know how they broadcast,
terrible.
Buddy.
To me,
I know.
Maybe being in the space
in person, it was probably much better.
Buddy,
and the show factor of it, I just felt like some of the things that they were discussing deserved a little, not to be playful. It deserved some more sincerity and weight,
but remember how Disney streams and broadcasts those stuff. They're not the best in the game for doing that. I'll tell you that live it worked pretty fine. It worked great because what I'm bringing first is those. They're not big announcements, okay? So what they put in the middle of the song was something like this. The new Spaceship Earth Lounge coming to Epcot.
Right.
Okay.
But wouldn't you like to know more about it?
It is the old DVC.
It's like they were afraid to tell you anything.
It's location and maybe more than one picture. What maybe I don't know, something.
And then
coming next year, they have a lot more detail than that one picture.
But all of this is 2025. Is right now.
That's what I'm saying. Then, so you know that they have more detail than one picture.
No, but that place. You know where it is. It is when you.
I assume it's on that backside of Spaceship Earth upstairs.
Yes. That the round thing there. It is an old lounge that they're. Finally, they opened
event space. Wasn't it an event space?
And then they were talking about DVC. And actually, it all started with was Simmons. Simmons was
years ago.
Simmons
they
was
had
the first
an employee.
Thing. They have a corporate lounge for them there, but then they moved to DVC or something. Always closed and private, and now it's going to be open to the public. Okay, as a lounge in Epcot. I love the idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm all for putting some more places like that.
Then they brought a new concept art to the tavern, the Pirates of Caribbean tavern that will open in 2025 too. Okay,
I'm guessing this is Tortuga, or part of it.
Yes, that's
the only place that makes sense.
Yes,
really.
Yes, that's the place, and they already have pyramids and everything is related to that. So that's one is about to happen too. Okay,
and folks, if you thought getting into Space 220 was difficult,
yeah,
good luck.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
And then the other thing they announced in the middle of that, but finally we have a name, is that. Yes, they're gonna replace the stuff to be a bug, and I'm gonna be really upset because one of my favorite.
I mean, but they just grazed right by this.
Yep.
Yes,
but they had already announced it, right?
Yeah, it had been announced 2 years ago.
Yes, it's nothing new, and it is Zootopia Better Zoogether.
Which I assume it's going to be a movie, right?
Yeah, it is. No, it is movie and it's the same
4D
thing.
experience.
Yes,
Is
a
it
4D
stuff to be a
experience.
bug still open currently?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still terrifying, Colin.
Thank
I
God.
hate
that
it
I
so
need to
much.
go.
I haven't been on it in like
It was-
5 years.
I was
It's
I
it was like a decade, and we went on it recently, and I'm like, this is
It's scary.
terrifying. And
It's
yeah.
awful.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God. No,
It's
no,
okay.
no.
It's okay.
And you
We can
get
keep-
poked. I just can't do it.
You get poked.
And I love this. For the summer
This
of
is
20
exciting.
Summer just 2025, we're gonna have a new nighttime parade called Disney Starlight, and it's inspired and with the main
Starlight, star bright, first
No,
star
don't do
I
that.
see
They-
tonight.
but it's
I wish I
inspired
might. I wish I might.
inspired
wish, I
in the
wish
Blue
tonight.
Fairy. Yeah, I love that song. And
If
they,
it's not
and
that
they perform the
song,
song
I'm
right
going
now.
to
No, it's
burn it
not
right
that song.
now.
It's,
It
it's
needs
not-
to be that song.
No,
It
it's
does.
not.
It
It's
needs-
not.
oh.
It's not. They're gonna have a brand
It
new
needs
original
to be.
song.
How do you know they didn't play the song?
Don't cannibalize my song.
They mentioned that. They mentioned that. And then also they mentioned the other thing they mentioned is that same guy that did Magic Happens, which for me is one of the best parade songs ever.
How's that go?
Como?
Magic.
That crazy.
Magic happens. No, but he
Oh,
had Magic happens. I want to say, but it is inspired, and it tells the tale of the Blue Fairy. So the Blue Fairy.
Just give
is,
me the post show music. That's all I'm asking
it
for.
was Wishes. Blue Fairy was in Wishes also.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
played a mashup of nighttime songs. They play happily.
Look,
Ever
if
After.
you built a parade that was based on elements from Wishes, people would not be complaining. People would love,
would
No,
love
they'd
it.
love
They
it.
would lose their
Yeah,
minds.
They'd
And
love it. Yeah.
So if you're calling something Starlight and you're involving a Blue Fairy and you're not
Better.
come on, guys.
You
It's-
got to
it
at
would be-
least have the
It would be like
melody.
it would be like having a
Da, da,
presentation
da,
named
da,
Horizons
da.
and not actually bringing anything in
Magic
about Epcot.
happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Logistically though, it will be interesting because that's always been the argument that why they weren't doing nighttime parade at Walt Disney World because of the happily ever
people.
after crowds. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess.
It ain't just happily ever after. It's it just crowds
crowded at night. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really crowded at night, or it was. I haven't
It's
been.
it is
6
it is my
months, but
big
yeah.
long-term concern about Magic Kingdom is
It's-
getting in and out of that place.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something. And I'm sure it's on their radar because they've had many years to figure this out. But still,
Peter. It's
Deal with it,
always good
yes.
to have Peter around.
give us a line. Give us a line.
And then the last thing of the minor, it's not minor, less important, but minor things, is that we're gonna have a Mando and Grogu
Yeah, I love this.
movie and film or sequence, and for the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run
Because I'm tired of stealing things for no reason at all.
for
We're still gonna be
2026.
stealing something for no reason at all.
For 2026, but
Can I save something instead?
But one thing, what is important about this news is that finally they broke the protection.
Oh, the story. Yeah, the storyline.
The storyline or the timeline of the storyline. So now they're mixing stuff in Galaxy's Edge, which I love. So
I
there's
would like to see at some point a
Bring it on.
rotation of things like they do with
Star Tours.
Yeah.
Not that you would know, but yeah.
No, I do know. I
It-
just don't like it.
You've heard.
yeah. yeah.
It was
Two of them,
it
didn't
was
go well.
supposed it was supposed to be actually the first plan for Smuggler's
Yeah,
Run
I think-
was supposed to have to be a rotation but budget reasons and Bob not Bob Iger but Bob Chapek happens.
Josh,
Bob
you mean?
Bob Chapek happens. Then it happened that okay.
Oh, he's got
I
a new
don't know.
song. You got
No,
to
it's
finish that
Magic
song
Happens.
before the next show.
Magic happens.
You know, the
so-
song that was really good that I don't think was well received was the one that they did for the fireworks show at Disneyland. I forget the name of the show. It was like it was music based, and they had the Baymax that flew through the sky. That
Oh,
was a
yeah,
cool
that
show.
was
I don't
good.
know if you got to see it. That music was
Yeah,
good.
that's all. I don't remember what it was
Yeah.
called though. Yeah, that was good.
I forget too, but it didn't last long. But it was cool,
Hmm.
and people loved it. Locals absolutely went nuts for that show.
Buddies, so we talk about the small things. No, it's not.
Was that everything?
No. Then came the big thing.
No. I mean, was that all? This was all the small things? No.
You know,
There's a song for that.
I don't like to call it small, but they're the things that are about to happen.
Okay.
From 25 to 26. Okay.
Yes. Like.
Then let's go to Disney's Animal Kingdom and talk about the tropical Americas.
That's bigger than the thing I thought you were going to talk about. I thought you were going to Epcot, but yeah, let's talk about this. I'm excited about this.
I'm really excited. I mean, because now they already gave a time, a date or a year is 2027. Okay, and what is beautiful, what they show is that now we have the name. It's going to be Pueblo Esperanza. I don't know.
We have trees.
Yes, but I really don't know if it's going to be the land's name. We're going to have Pueblo Esperanza there because I don't think the name is going to be Tropical Americas. But Pueblo Esperanza, along with Discovery Island, Asia, and Harambe, it's too messy, I think. I think they're going to come up with a new name for that. But now you're going to enter Pueblo Esperanza, okay? And in Pueblo Esperanza, you're going to have 3 attractions. The first one is a carousel.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
No, I like that because
it's cute. It's cute. It's really beautiful, actually.
And they're doing.
We'll see.
But
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be special. I saw some of the pictures of the animals.
Yeah.
And there's Kevin there. I think it's gonna be really, really, really.
They're gonna be all Disney characters, animals, and
it's in the theme of the spirit animals. What are they?
Yes, the same
style of that. What is
they
that
used
called?
They used to see
ombre or something like that, or
yes, they used to see in Mexico. They used to have sell that in Mexico, and they're doing that.
I mean, from Coco, but we're not going to talk about Coco. But yeah, that's just for me.
Yeah, so I love this. I think it's going to be pretty neat. And then we move to the big ones. Okay, to the two big attractions. Which one? The first one doesn't have a name yet, but it's the Indiana Jones attraction. Which they for many times during the speech they repeated there's nothing to be related to the one in Disneyland, and it's going to be an adventure of Indy is going to go to the Maya ruins in search of a mythical creature. So to bring along the whole idea of what's the problem?
I'm
sorry, but this is just rebranded dinosaur.
Of course it is. It's the same ride.
But
the story's gonna be cool. It's gonna get Indiana Jones. It's gonna have the great music. It'll have a really cool queue, I'm sure.
I audibly laughed when they said entirely new attraction. Like,
it's not.
Buddy,
it's a new storyline. It's a new storyline.
I'm still not gonna ride it.
Let's wait. One thing
it is gonna be. I would even be surprised if the track actually changes too much. But
same.
I'm not
heavily rethemed, reskinned, and everything. It's gonna be. It'll be nice.
One thing we don't want to talk about.
Maybe they'll smooth it out a little.
One thing that I'm not a big. I would say I think the attraction, Indiana Jones attraction in Disneyland is beautiful. Is well
Carlos
executed.
is driving. That was a bad experience.
But for me, it's really uncomfortable. I don't like that moving
same.
around. Yeah,
Same.
It's
I did it
really,
once with you all, and that's the only time I'll ride it.
Yeah. We went the three of us together holding hands.
Yeah, you drove. That's why I made that comment.
Yeah. Holding hands. Yeah, I remember that. But
I knew it was bad when they put him in the driver's seat.
Then for the last thing in world in Animal Kingdom, we have this, which is the Encanto theme ride. It's going to be a dark ride, and the whole idea is that instead of having the main character Mirabel as the main character, is going to be focused in Antonio. Antonio is Mirabel's cousin. Is the guy whose magical powers is to talk with animals.
Which is what we talked about. We suspected this, and we talked about this a long time ago when we were talking about what could go here. And we mentioned. In fairness,
I think we predicted all of this.
Yeah, I think we did actually, and we
with
talked about it being
the
room, that boy with the animals that would be perfectly themed for Animal Kingdom. I think this is a home run. I think this is great. It's a little vague in terms of what the experience will be. Like in the house.
There's some details. There's some details that came up on the floor and on Sunday with the Imagineers. There is that probably they're going to use the same ride system. It's going to be a trackless one, but the same idea that they have in I think it's Shanghai or Hong Kong that has the the manor there, it's not a haunted mansion. It's something because
Mystic Manor.
Mystic Manor.
Mystic Manor,
The whole idea is that because in Mystic Manor, each car goes to one direction to a door. They're gonna have the same idea for that one there. So it is.
That's one thing I wish they would have done more of, because like a lot of the stuff you saw on the show floor from photos and stuff would have really explained some of this stuff quite a bit better if you would have just included it in the presentation. In my opinion.
No, you're 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But you know what you have had to do to allow for that? Stop singing.
Get rid of some sings.
Yeah.
As I'd like to call them.
So let's move to the others heavier stuff now. Okay. So we need to talk about.
Oh no! You didn't mention Test Track.
And
it's the same piece of concept art we've already seen.
That was in the song. It was in the song.
There was in the song with nothing new on that. Nothing
it's
new
exactly
on
the
that. What about
same
Wonders
image,
China?
I think.
Nothing
Not
on that.
there.
Nothing. No,
Gone.
No.
Gone
No.
forever.
Actually, there was
You're
nothing.
lucky you got Canada.
There was nothing. There was nothing. There was nothing about Epcot.
And Play Pavilion. Well, there was
Nothing.
there was the bar. There's the lounge.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
That, and they did mention Test Track, but like that's about it.
and there was.
But
that
just
stuff.
I know before we go, I mean, it is weird. I mean, it's like elephant in the room-ish kind of weird, where you
They just
don't
ignored
talk
it.
about something that you literally unveiled and talked
2
about
years ago.
4 years
Actually,
ago.
less
even.
than that.
4 years ago. Like no,
Buddy,
I mean,
Yeah, but then they just touched on it
but
back
it-
at the
but
last
again. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They doubled. It's weird. It's weird.
It is. It is weird, but we can assume several reasons.
Like what
to
happened?
do that.
What happened to Uncle Bob? Who's Uncle Bob? What are you talking about? You know, the guy used to come to Christmas every year. Every year.
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
when
I
it
don't
comes
know
to
what you're talking
when it
about.
comes to the relationships with that country and everything that is going on, buddy, it's
No, forget that. Okay, Play Pavilion then. Let's talk about Play Pavilion.
no.
That's what I'm saying. It's
From-
weird.
Yeah, but from what I've heard, even inside Imaginary, they hated
there's
it.
a lot.
The-
There's a lot.
Fine, but then say it. Say, you know what? We're not doing
Let
this.
it out.
yeah, but I think before Play Pavilion, there was like Selby
Oh,
said,
Figment, right? What's,
Yeah, there's a lot to do. But
We've been waiting on that for how many
but
years
it-
now, though? I just assumed it's not going to happen.
but let's
Okay, here
go
we
out
go. Okay.
go out International
Hollywood Studios,
Gateway
here we
and
go.
then take the friendship boating head to Hollywood
I'll walk.
Studios and talk about this.
I have one beef with this, and Jason already knows it. The
the
concept
eyes
art
on the
doesn't
ice cream?
match. No, the concept art doesn't match at all. Not even close.
But
You mean the two
pay
pictures?
attention.
Yeah.
But there's the only one thing that match. They have the seagulls flying.
Right?
Which all good AI
Like,
does.
there's a perfect example here. One of them, the Harryhausen's restaurant, which we're assuming that's what that is, it's not even close to the same picture in the other concept art.
I don't know. It looks like a food market, actually, to me. Looks
Well, whatever it is, but like that building with the eye on it is in the other concept art on the far left of the screen.
Yeah, they're definitely.
It's
right.
like it doesn't
I think that these
It's like
drawings
they don't
were
know where
actually-
it's going to go.
There's-
I think these
no,
drawings were
they
done-
they already show another drawing
Different
that is
time.
totally different. That is totally
Yeah.
different. So in terms of concept art, because what?
It's just consider it vague. Is
But
what would my
but one
advice
thing
be.
they finally announced,
Like-
and something that it's been rumored since 2007, and everybody that followed the rumors already heard about this. That is the Monster Door coaster that finally is coming. I think it's going
I've
to
wanted this for years.
be. Yeah,
Probably won't be able to ride it, but I've wanted this,
this
for
is
years.
this is going to be
No, you
amazing.
might be able to actually. 'cause I
This
think
is
it's
going
gonna
to be
family
amazing.
friendly, right?
This is
I
going
hope
to be
so.
amazing, and that's one thing. It seems to be it's going to be an indoor coaster. That brings a challenge because the building needs to be big. Okay, it needs to be big,
Yeah.
and that will place some challenge on the location that everybody is worried about.
I'm sold.
But
on
I don't
it's-
think
Launch
it.
Bay,
I don't think it
but
does. I think they can put that building, that box, on either side. But the fact that
Do you want to discuss the location right now?
well, do you have the other concept, the piece of concept art? Do you have the other one to show? I don't know if you can show that.
No,
one.
I don't have it, but I can bring it.
Okay. I mean, it's the two locations that are in play that have been discussed, and part of this is because of I think some legit rumors coming out of Disney that I've heard that are very trustworthy, as well as other rumors that other people have heard. And the concept art is in conflict. And that is that one of the pieces of concept art that you just saw, that is Grand Avenue. That is basically the Muppets courtyard area. There's no doubt about it based on the building design, based on where that water tower is, and so forth. Now, whether that was the intention when that concept art was drawn, we don't know. Here's the other one that's sort of in conflict is this one, which I think from
just like launch bay.
This looks like animation courtyard area.
I mean, just too much of it fits. I mean, the building on the right's nice and square like the existing building. The eyeball restaurant, it obviously is probably Mermaid. I mean, it's like they haven't decided internally. Or if they have, they clearly haven't narrowed their concept.
No, I think, well, yeah, exactly. And I feel like they are definitely doing this attraction. I actually believe that they know exactly where they're doing it. I don't think there's any internal debate anymore about where they're doing it. But I don't think, because this will come up with the other topic, I don't think they had any intention of delivering that news at D23. No. And this isn't to I'm not arguing one way or the other as to whether it should go one spot or another spot. I think
they're both valid options.
I love Muppets. I love Muppets, but I think that you're doing it a disservice if you don't double down on that space and invest in it and do some make it even
hours
better.
of that space are really terrible for everything except Muppets.
Yeah, and the food sucks and everything. It's just bad. So I think, but you got to think about the infrastructure for if you're going to do a Monstropolis and you're going to have restaurants, you're going to have stores, it's already there. It's already built in. You don't have to recreate it. You already have a bathroom.
Kind of, buddy. But
the Achilles heel
ride building
Star Tours
goes in the back.
Makes no sense.
No, you wouldn't do Star Tours.
Buddy, let's just pay attention.
It's just
weird.
weird.
Do they care about that anymore?
Pay attention. Take a look. If we're doing in the Muppets area, roughly we have 2.5 acres.
The ride building's going to pop out the back there.
Could be, yes, could be.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They would put a box outside, just like they do with Guardian.
But as a Monsterland, that would be nice for a single attraction area.
That's what it's going to be.
No, they expressed many times this is Monsterland. They're gonna have shops. They're gonna have restaurants.
Shops are there already. Restaurants are there already.
But
Melrose is there. You got the pizza place there. I'm telling you, I'm not saying. Look, again, this is not me arguing to put it here. I'm saying that if I'm Disney and I'm trying to do this on a budget, there's
it makes
lot
sense there.
Of infrastructure already there. Plus, you got to remember, animation. And this came up on another podcast this week. The animation courtyard area, while it may seem like the most appropriate place, there's a lot of existing things that were just invested in there too.
Yeah, they're too much investment
that's going in there.
And they also all the offices they are in the
No, but I mean Club 33 just went in there, and they put a lot of money into bringing the
there's the new mermaid show that comes
right, exactly.
Yeah.
The interesting question for me becomes is could you take some of the buildings that are back there, because I'm assuming they still use those office buildings.
But buddy, that's the point that Jason brought it well, is that it is just gonna bulldozer and destroy a building. It is too much investment because you have to relocate all these people.
Oh, they'll reuse stuff for sure. It's just modern Disney at this point.
But this is the tragedy. Okay.
I don't know.
The sin isn't the possibility of losing Muppets and putting it there. The sin is none of that. It is them not telling us and leaving it up to speculation. And so now it's like everybody has their worst fears, however that manifests for each individual, and wondering like, where's it going to go? What's it going to be like? What's going to happen? It just would be better if they told us, if Papa Josh sat us down and said, this is the plan. This is what's happening. This is how we're going to do this.
You're right.
This will actually be a bigger point to bring up.
But can I bring a third option in its mind?
Where to put it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you recognize what it is? Star Tours, the Backlot Restaurant, and Indiana Jones. Altogether, you have 7 acres.
They've said for years Indiana Jones is going away, but we'll see.
That would be a perfect place for not only the big attraction, but also for the land itself. It's going to be half of the size of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which is 14 acres, but fits right there, and then you're not gonna lose beloved thing, and you're gonna correct the issue with the Star Wars. Star Wars is the Star Tours in the middle of that is just, it is. There's a lot of confusion with it. Okay, so we could have 3 options. We could have Muppets, we could have the lounge bay, and we could have the bigger one here. I don't know. Nobody mentioned about that.
I don't think this is the big play for Hollywood Studios. I think that something bigger is in the future for Hollywood Studios, and I think that this Monstropolis piece, as cool as it's going to be, and I love the idea of it, I don't think it's going to be a big footprint.
Yeah, could be
space. I think it's gonna. I think they're gonna put it in a pretty tight spot and make the most of existing infrastructure. I think, but it's going to be one attraction. It'll be a one attraction land.
The attraction really reminds me of, I don't know if you all have ever experienced one of these years ago, because I mentioned the concept of like lifting you up. There used to be attractions at some theme parks. I know Kings Island used to have one where it was like bat themed or something like that, where you would sit 1, 2 in a row, and then it would lift you up, and then you'd stick you on the track, and you just do one vehicle at a time as it went through. I'd imagine this is kind of what that's going to be like, but I could be very wrong. But it was really fun.
Well, it's going to be going to be the first suspended coaster in all Disney parks. They repeated that a lot.
Which I like a suspended coaster. I think it's a cool experience.
Then we have.
And I just want to point out the shirt that I chose to wear tonight.
Sorry?
I just want to point out the shirt that I chose to wear tonight.
Your car shirt?
My car shirt, yeah.
As you bash it for the next 30 minutes.
I'm not going to bash it. That's my point. Like, I am a Cars fan. I love Raiders. I think Raiders Springs is one of the best things Disney's ever built. The best thing, yes. And I actually I'm not one of those people who would say like, oh, I don't want us to duplicate it. I don't want to see a Cars land out here. No, I mean, I don't care. I love it so much that I would love to see it.
I'd love to have it. Yeah.
Love to have it. But so that's not my point. I am not against Cars anything coming to Walt Disney World.
Here come the tears.
I just want to put that out there.
Okay. One thing. So the last thing is that they throw it, and they were so. I have to use this with the.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
They were so sneaky because they throw it, the cars, and actually the only bad part in the whole show was good. The whole thing that they did in Parks and Experience was good, but the worst song was the one that the rendition that they did of "Life Is a Highway." It was.
I literally laughed. It was. Horrible.
It was terrible. Even there, everybody with the energy, without those lights.
And he's actually a good artist.
Yes, he's an amazing artist, but the rendition was.
It did him a shame.
It did not work. It did not work. But I'm gonna bring now the image now. After already. When this is the image that they released on Monday, so because in the show that just mentioned,
you're showing Monday stuff.
Because in the show was something like this.
Yeah, that's what we saw. That there was one or two others. Right?
Yes. So they announced 2,
and they said it's coming to Frontierland.
That's coming to Frontier, and they said we're not talking about Cars Land. We're talking about 2 Cars attractions in Frontier.
A rally.
One is this one here. Which is, and then they really repeat it. It's nothing related to Radiator Spring Race. We're going off road. We're going to, so it is something different. Okay.
Yeah. And if for anyone who has never seen Rally Car, have you ever seen you should after the show you should search it up on YouTube, and it's a lot of fun.
It's really cool.
It is a lot. It's a lot of fun. And then they mention a second attraction. What Josh Amaro just said. Well, it's going to be a family-friendly little kids attraction. Something that probably would like.
Which
Luigi.
Implies, but doesn't that imply that the rally thing is actually not going to be family-friendly?
No,
probably.
Because you would never. Because like Greater Springs Racers is family-friendly.
What is
Unless
implying?
It's a deliberate decision to be like, okay, this one is family-friendly, like.
No, but
anybody who walks can have that.
There were 2 things behind that. Probably one thing is going to be a really simple kiddie
Yeah, that's what
I love Luigi's attraction in Cars Land is beautiful, but it's simple. It's beautiful. They dance together. It's beautiful. But what I'm probably the other thing that people mentioned that they didn't want to show the art of that because could reveal something that they reveal on Monday. Yeah. Monday they revealed that the whole thing.
They didn't just reveal this. They also said that they're transforming Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America into a rugged terrain and some other words for
the wilderness.
Yeah.
The wilderness.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, in fairness, my mind when they announced this at D23, before they mentioned the villains thing, was that okay, they've canned the villains idea. We're going to put this behind Thunder Mountain, and it's going to be like Thunder Mesa. That's where my brain went.
On Saturday, that's where we were all.
It,
we were like, oh,
wait a second.
Okay.
Like this doesn't
I guess
make
this
any
is
sense.
this is what's beyond the Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, and then they kind of switched it up. But
I remember the text messages I had with people on very late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, continuing into Sunday, was. Oh my God! I can't believe they're going to be putting these cars there. It's going to destroy the vibe. That was the gist. And then the universe said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, buddies.
You think that's going to destroy your vibe?
Like,
let me show you something else on Monday.
Like, I have very mixed feelings about this. Like,
it is all
completely transparent.
Depend on the execution again. We're gonna be able to talk about that in the future whenever this thing is ready. This is something that was already for a long time coming. It didn't happen before because there was probably no money for that movement. There was no probably the better placement in terms of what to replace or the better plan. You want to hear my family's reaction when I told about that they're getting rid of Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America. Don't give him hate. But Pedro said it's about time.
I'm not surprised, and I think
wait. And then Canada say, "Thanks God."
Yeah.
And
then
Maria said, and Maria said, "Hallelujah."
Yeah. People are just a lot of people.
I love that place. I love that place, and I was no, I really I love that.
When's the last time you were on Tom Sawyer Island?
Actually, the last time I was in the park.
Come on.
Yes.
Without me?
He was probably with you.
Yeah, and I go, buddy. I go pretty often. I go pretty often. I really like that place.
So the thing, look, I think it's a done deal. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna wring my hands over it.
Something's gonna go there. Yeah.
I think it doesn't really matter what I think, right? It doesn't matter what any of us think because we're not Imagineers and we're not Disney executives and so forth. The piece is there's a few things that bother me. The one thing that has nothing to do with Disney, it has everything to do with fans, right?
So,
I know, I love Selby. I'm not gonna. I'm so glad you said it, Selby. He married into it. The one. This has to do with the fans, and us. Okay. People are being really mean to each other.
Yep.
And there's people like me in my family who have a very different opinion from the Silvas in terms of the feeling about this. I mean, Michelle and I were talking about that at dinner tonight, and she starts tearing up over it. This is a space that is, as close to sacred as you get in kind of a sacred space. I mean, it is. It's because some of my first memories when I was 3 years old were from this space.
It's personal and nostalgic.
And for us, it is a space that actually we visited frequently. And in fact, the day when the parks reopened from COVID, one of the things we did was go right away. Was go to Tom Sawyer Island. So I understand people who have who don't really visit it, who don't appreciate it, who don't like it. I'm not saying you should appreciate it. I'm saying some people, they're not into it. But there are a lot of us who have a lot of like love for this space and love for the, not just even the island and Rivers of America and stuff, but the whole feel of the vista of the peacefulness of it, the postcard nature of it, like that you could step out of this fantasy area and step out of Adventureland and into this space that's just everything just calmed down, right? And people, you know me, I'm all about those sort of quiet moments of joy stuff, and it was in just this place. This was the mecca for that, right? Mm-hmm. So what's not cool is when people like me express that, and then people will belittle it or say, but no one goes there. Good riddance. Give me the keys to the bulldozer. I'm looking forward to this being gone. That's not cool. I mean, and people will just say like, oh, well, no one ever went there anyway. Like, you know what? Every time I go, the raft is full. And I know that because I'm annoyed because I'm up against sticky people. Right?
But
I've been on said raft. He's very upset with people.
So be gentle is what I'm saying to everybody. Like, be gentle.
And don't be so polar. Yeah.
And with people and allow people to feel sad about this, and like allow people to feel sad, and you know what, you don't have to say, oh, I'm glad it's going. Like, they'll be like saying, you know what, my grandma just passed away, and somebody says, gone. You know what, she didn't do anything anyway, she just sat around cutting coupons. Like, but buddy, well, I'm kind of glad she's gone, actually. Like, no, that's not a nice thing to say. Just don't say that.
Again, it's going to be all a matter of execution. And I hope that for Disney, the only thing we can say is that
the new thing will be great.
No, I hope that's it.
It will be. Yeah, of course it will be. It's Disney. I have no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to be incredible. I really do believe that in my bones. Like, I do believe that the Imagineers care deeply enough, and the company cares deeply enough about doing right by Magic Kingdom, that whatever they do, and plus we've seen what they did in DCA. We know, like, if this is like Cars Land and Grizzly Gulch, like if those areas having a baby,
that's what I'm hoping. That is
then it's gonna be amazing. Then if that's the feel, that's the feel. Oh my God, I love that area. It's gonna be great. And but you know, it's okay.
He's falling out of his chair.
That's the other conversation Michelle and I had tonight. Like, it's okay. We can hold. I'm allowed to have these two things. As I'm gonna get my other fist on here. As two things as one. Like, they're not mutually exclusive. I can both mourn the loss of this space, right, and also be excited about and looking forward to the new thing, right? Like, would I rather it not happen there? Yes.
Oh yeah,
I would, but I don't get a say. But I'm still gonna be sad about losing this, and I'm still gonna be happy when this new thing is there.
Yeah, and buddy, we had the same thing when it comes to Splash Mountain. Well, the reasons behind it were that could be different, but the same reaction or could be worse or not. But after the last show, I had the opportunity. I think you guys, no, not Holland, but we had the opportunity to ride Splash, Tiana's Bio, and I love it, and I love it, and I love it. So yes, let's come. And my one of my favorite attractions, it was replaced a long time ago, and for something worse. But I still love to remember that. I still love the songs. And it's not there anymore, but so it evolves. And actually one thing that Jason said before, and Jason saw when Jason made the amazing comments about Tiana Bio, one thing that I remember you said is that, but if you don't like, don't go.
You don't have to write. No, you don't have to. But that's the Tiana's. I still have not been on that attraction.
No.
You know why? Do you understand why?
Why?
It's too complicated to get to like. I can't just. I don't. I don't visit Disney World the way that most people visit Disney World, where you're on vacation and you're there for days and you wake up at 7 in the morning. Like that's not. I mean, I have the benefit of being close, but it's also in some ways a curse because I don't get to experience it in the way that would be conducive to enjoying some of these attractions. Tiana's is one of them. Like I have not ridden like these attractions that have these virtual queues and so forth, where you have to be in the park at a certain time or make sure you're there at 1 o'clock to get into virtual queue. It's not. I can't live like that.
Yeah, I know. Logistically for you is impossible. But I think from what I've heard,
stand in line.
No, but I think it's already in the standby mode again, regular line mode. I think they did it. I don't know if for a few days, but because
that's what I'd like. And once that happens, then I'll stand in line and I'll write, and I think I'll enjoy it because I love that movie and the music's amazing. But I still mourn the loss of Splash Mountain.
Yes,
because I enjoyed that too. And so, but I'm not going to be one of those people who says I'm not going to ride. I'm not going to enjoy this because actually I think I probably will enjoy this more because I like the music a lot and I like the characters.
And what I did in terms of music was good. But let's go. So we talk about this. There's always all the idea of the space that was they're taking 4 acres. To do the whole thing.
Leave that up for a second, Carlos.
Yes.
I mean, my thing with this, I don't want to say hesitancy because that's not the right word, and concern's not the right word. It's just human nature. My apprehension about this project is that I hope that they keep water in some capacity.
Yes.
Because it changes that part of the park. And I think they will. I really think this will end up like Grizzly Peak. I have a huge suspicion that it will based on the concept art and the way that they've delicately kind of traversed the fact that there does appear to be water there. But
different kind of water.
Yeah, it's different. But without it, you know what the noise is going to be like? It has to be something different. There has to be something tranquil to it, or people are going to have problem with it. As much as they may love the attraction, if it is cars racing by and there's dirt and there's stuff like that, it's going to be interesting.
And Jason
so they're going to have to do something. And I think they will. Don't get me wrong. I think they absolutely will. But it's how is what really kind of piques my interest. Because if it is like Grizzly Peak, I'm all in. I love it. But
Jason hit
we'll see.
Jason hit the point in one of the parts is that for me, I love the island and I go pretty often there, but to me is that the Rivers of America probably for me was the hardest. And Liberty Bell was the hardest. It was the hardest punch for me. To lose that is going to be impactful.
I would have rather they put a bridge across the rivers and then stuck it in the middle.
Sorry. Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, Hall of Presidents is going to go.
Oh yes.
I mean, there's no chance. I mean, the writing is on the wall. That nothing is sacred, and if they're making decisions based on the foot traffic, they're making decisions based on Hall of Presidents is the least. I mean, if you think Tom Sawyer Island is not popular, Hall of Presidents is actually even less popular.
And it's becoming we need to be really careful how to put it. It was not a pleasant experience the last time I went, and
it's slightly tense every time you're there. I think that's the correct word to use.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's just nature of the beast at this point in time.
Yes, it's becoming even
because of polarizing.
Even that.
It's the same thing, only different.
Even me in Walt Disney World, in Magic Kingdom, in Liberty Square, I didn't want to.
You look around and it's like,
I didn't want to deal with the reaction that I had, and that time I said it's about some time to go.
You know, I have a theory on this, and a lot of people won't agree with me, and it's driven mostly by what's happened to DCA. I think your Magic Kingdom of the next 15 years is going to look very different than it is now. I think it's going to be a place where, and I think we started to see it with Tiana's, and I was a big against this as far as theming goes, but I don't think you're going to have one cohesive, this is Frontierland anymore, or this is Liberty Square. I think you're going to get small segments, just like they did at DCA. Because
they're going to retheme
they have to
retitle it. Basically.
And there's no bad thing about
I'm
that.
upset about that.
Yeah,
because
let's remember
I get it.
we have
we're not pretending anymore.
We have Main Street USA that ends up in the square with a European castle.
Well, yeah, but that's, I mean, again, I think it's not, because Main Street is not meant to be part of that. The castle is the hub. The castle is the heart of the idea that it's the fantasy. It's really the entrance to Fantasyland. And
the days of subtle blending though are gone. At least at DCA.
You mean
DCA? Look at Avengers Campus, for example. That split from there to Cars Land is aggressive. None of those two things do not. Blend.
But it works well. It works well.
You don't know it's there though. I mean, the site they do.
Yeah.
But
that's my
preserve
point.
the sight line.
They're getting really good at putting things side by side that have nothing in common.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that's what you're going to see at
Or
Magic
even
100%.
Or even walking from Carsland to San Francisco.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But it kind of works.
But that doesn't. It's never made sense
it's
to
like
walk
portals.
from It's never walked. To like teacups into Tomorrowland. It's never.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
No, but your Adventureland to Frontierland, I think we're all kind of in this mindset of that park kind of eases into each other, and I think that's gone. I just think
I'm still hoping for a little bit of a New Orleans Square feel between Pirates and Tiana's. I think that little band, that space that runs along it would be perfect for it. Even if it's just skin, put nothing there. I don't care, but just like reskin it. I think it would be beautiful. But let's just gotta talk about Josh for a second.
No, but we're not finished.
I know, and I'm not finished. Or what do you mean we're not finished the part? But we're talking about this space still.
Yeah, the only thing I have to bring, because you guys mentioned Hall of Presidents, and I think there's a connection with the other announcement that was regarding in the other
villains.
No, the other victim. No. The other victim that was related to the Disney Hollywood Studios. There's a lot of talk about Muppets taking that place. Muppets taking that place in Liberty Square. So is probably replacing Muppets in there.
I haven't heard that. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Remember, we already. No, it's not weird.
I mean, it's not weird if you do like the Muppets review, and it's what I'm saying is it's weird to have
Sam,
Liberty Square there with what's going in
with Sam.
The rest of Frontierland.
No, yeah,
it is a weird blend.
No, but I think that we could have some solutions.
I'd rather see him do it in American Adventure, honestly, like expand that area and create a nicer, really cool. I mean, they already have the Sam Eagle thing there. Like, just do something there. Put a new building in. They have the space for it. We know that. Put a new building in there and have a really cool Muppets Salute to America thing. I mean, my God, it would be incredible. It'd be amazing. And because then you'd have the thing that really is interesting for adults, and you have the thing that's interesting for the whole family. And but that's Epcot, and we're not going to do anything in Epcot.
But buddies, and then before talking about the Josh, okay, buddy Josh, then they came up with the last announcement of the night, and
the non-announcement.
It was nothing new, but when the way they announced it, I was one of the one standing screaming with the lights and jumping and dancing. It was amazing. So yes, we're gonna have expected by 2029.
They've kicked this down the road all
Villains Land.
But that was that their year? Did they give that year?
Yes. Well, they say to be announced, but it's expected to be 2029 by the conversations on the floor. One thing. Is it something new?
Happen in that amount of time.
Is it something new? This is not even related to the last blue sky talk conversation with Josh that he brought this in the last D23. This is older than that. This was a project that people was assuming there could be a fifth gate. Okay, it was the name of the project
for the last 10 years, really.
The name of the project was Shadows Land, with the dark castle and everything. So, and even with the few things that we can see, because they say they're gonna have 2 attractions. One of the attractions we can already see. By the back of the on the left, you see the tracks of the roller coaster. That roller coaster is related to Maleficent, because you can see also the dragon. This is an old thing that coming back, and I love that. I'm not criticizing. When people say, no, "Oh, the doors are so,"
this concept has nothing. This concept drawing has nothing to do with what will actually.
No,
It'll look like. I mean, there's clearly
no way.
Yeah.
Divorced
but,
from the reality.
But
of space.
they're including elements of things that were talked in the past.
Yeah,
they were developed in the past, and I think that they're going to use that. In terms of space, there's some doubts, because if we think about, let me get it the right thing here. If we think about not messing up with the railroad now and not using beyond Thunder Mountain, actually just using what they get taken from Tom Sawyer Island and everything else. We're talking about 11 acres, which is not bad. It is the size of Toy Story Land. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not as big as I would expect they'd need, right? But they don't
That's
really
the
have
point.
much to work. Much more to work.
That
Depends on scale.
they also. Then they
Unless
also
they come
have.
back around the other side. Yeah.
They also have another 11 acres in the Beyond Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
Are they going to use it?
I think they have to tap it.
Are they going to use everything? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I think they have to.
But what they're mentioning about this is that this is going to be the biggest land they ever created.
That's so. There you go. And how big is Galaxy's Edge? Because I think heretofore that was the largest, wasn't it?
Yes, and Galaxy's Edge is 14 acres. So we're talking about bigger than the Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. So I think what you have pictured there is probably right.
Sorry?
I think what you have pictured there is probably right. I think it's going to be more like those 22 acres or maybe a little shy of that. But
I think they're going to use Beyond Thunder Mountain and that part. And we have to remember that this part of the island of the Tom Sawyer Island is actually in the back of the Fort Langlorn. So it's actually the part of nobody goes.
Right. Most of that is untouched.
It's not always open.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it is massive. Mm-hmm. It is massive, and and another thing, people say, you believe they're gonna build it? They're preparing themselves to something really big, from in terms of the permits and all the things that are being filed and being planned.
Yeah, and that's what I read more about today. And
there
were some posts. Yeah. I think there's a lot that for them to do anything, like they can't, like you couldn't. There's been people saying, "Oh, we should do this extra thing. Like, don't move the island, just do something on there." You can't. Mm-hmm. You can't because of the way the water restrictions work. The way and I don't know all the regulations.
And all that's connected to Seven Seas Lagoon,
the Florida,
which people don't realize. Yeah.
The water district rules and so forth. I mean, and this goes back decades in terms of preservation and so forth. There's so many things that they can't, like, if they're going to do anything, this is the way to do it, is to actually just take it all out and to fill it in and to redirect. The water doesn't have to come in there; it just kind of stays out. It is, and I get it. Like I don't love it. I'd rather just leave it alone, because leave it alone would be fine. That's a good choice too. But if you're gonna mess with it, you have to mess with it big. And I think they're gonna mess with it big. I think they're gonna go big. Mm-hmm. But this is the Josh thing, and I'm not gonna harp on this too long. I'm just gonna say this: the reason this man should never be CEO of Disney is because he doesn't have what it takes to stand in front of a crowd of fans and deliver news that is not going to make everybody happy, but to sell us on the vision and to sell us on the reason why, and to sell us on and to build that trust and to say like, look, we understand how important these spaces are. We understand that families for generations have been playing in these spaces. We know the depth of feeling that people have for this, and the reason we know that is because they chose not to even talk about it. They chose to release it in a press release on a Monday after all the interviews were done, after everybody went home. Right? So he should have stood up in front of that crowd, unveiled the plans as detailed as possible, explained what the timeline was going to be, explained the why, explained how they're going to preserve some maybe elements or give some nods to the history there, how they're going to, like something to remind us that they recognize how special these places are, and then get us excited about what's going to happen. And
to sell
it.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Like
You know what?
Tim Cook for Apple.
Sometimes Bob
Sometimes they
Iger
change
has
up
to deliver.
software and he's like,
sometimes
yeah,
Bob
this
Iger
is
has
what's
to
better,
deliver
though.
some really hard news to the public. Sometimes Bob Iger has to get on a call and talk to people who are not very happy about and go and very publicly say, you know what, it's what we just experienced sucked, but this is what the vision is, and this is why we're going here, and yada yada. That's the role of a CEO. That's the role of a head. And Josh is the head of Parks and Experiences, and he shirked from that responsibility that he has. And I don't. So as far as I'm concerned, I wasn't a big fan of his to begin with. I don't.
You're his biggest fan.
I've lost all respect for him after this. All respect. Imagineering, I trust them implicitly. I believe the space will be incredible. And I can imagine myself being eventually excited about what's coming and stuff. And I'm sad about it. But Josh Tomorrow, no. That's it. That's all I have to say. And again, the same thing with Monsters. Like, why not just say where it's going to go? Just say it.
You
just
know one
say
thing.
it.
I think, and you hit it on the head, and you're totally right. What's that thing doing beep 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 that I'm hearing? I'm hearing beeps. Is only me hearing that? There's
Probably.
There's something
Is that little
else.
bell in your head, the monkey that chimes?
There's some
Is it
alarm,
like-
so something coming from your from
Is it goop?
Ecamm. No, it's
Very different.
But Jason, you're totally right. And that's what I felt. And when I heard the news I was already in LAX. I was in the airport when I heard the news about Tom Sawyer Island and everything. And first of all, I said, how damn I was, because in the middle of that, I did not thought, where are they going to put those two attractions? It didn't cross my mind. Then, and in a way that could be continuous. You could think about Beyond Thunder Mountain, but no, it's not continuous. You have Tiana in the middle. Now they're solving that issue. Okay. But then,
Cross
then,
the railroad
then
tracks,
when I
really.
saw that, I think he gave me the same impression that I have from him during the Blue Skies nightmare, is that he was just a presenter. He was not the leader.
He's not the leader, right?
Yes.
And frankly, Bruce Vaughn wasn't really allowed to be that person either.
Yes.
And that's not his job. But somebody should have done it. It should have been Josh. And if Josh didn't have the guts to do it, then it should have been Bruce.
And then I felt betrayed. But to be fair, Jason, regarding the Monsters, I'm not so sure that they are sure about where they're going to put.
Then you say that too.
Yes. That's
then you say that too, because transparency. This is, if you're going to do the Monstropolis, people are going to say, well, where are they going to put it? Where are they going to put it, right? And if you don't answer that question, people they just spin up their own fantasies, and then you create the polarization in the community, which is not good for the community. It's not good for people to be doing.
Take a step back too, and imagine if this was like.
Felipe's got it right. He's always wearing a sweater, even when.
Felipe, or you can never trust a man who wears jeans to Typhoon Lagoon.
Again.
There you go. I mean, but case in point, like if
I had a reason for that. I have a reason, a physical condition. I had a reason. I had a physical condition. I already told you the truth about that. I really.
I don't even want to know.
No, I only read it. There was I couldn't show my legs, so there was a physical condition. That's the.
Yeah, I'm with Selby. Yeah, I think. Yeah. And that's not saying that Josh is a bad guy. I don't know him personally. He's probably a very nice guy, whatever. But his leadership is lacking. That's all.
Okay, guys, and we're supposed to have what we could do is that we already
People have been asking what that sound is. By the way,
should we go for that?
well, I don't know. You still hearing that thing?
No, but it was not related to that. It was true.
No, I know.
It was true. I'm hearing a beep. Click, click, click.
It's not.
Well,
Not
so let's do that. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Hello, camera one. What's that sound? What's that? I gotta change gears here. What's the sound? Is your favorite? My favorite? Colin, Puddles, Kendall's favorite segment
Mr.
here
P.
on After
Mr.
Hours.
P.
Mr. I can't not say
No,
that.
they call me that in different spaces, but
where we will play for you a brief wee little bit of sound, and your job is to tell us as specifically as possible what that sound is, where it's coming from, etc., from some Disney space. If you guess all, I assume we have three. If you guess all three correct tonight, you and your family get to visit Tom Sawyer Island one more time to hide your own paintbrushes that you bring from home. Which is what I think everybody should do.
Yeah.
We should all be
There's
bringing
7 million
paintbrushes
of
to
them.
the island.
Yes, you're right.
Just leave those paintbrushes all over the island.
And they
So
need
they
to
get
open,
bulldozed.
and you know one thing, they need to open Aunt Polly for some time.
Oh, an event or something. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
peanut butter and jelly
You know,
sandwich. That's all
you
I'm
know
asking
that
for.
2 years ago, I was with Pedro in the island, and we got to be lucky to have Aunt Polly's open.
To win the Uncrustables?
No, it was, I don't know.
It was longer than 2 years ago then.
No,
But
it
several
was
years ago.
it
There
was
a
Because
they
they
did
had
like
a counter service
short-term
there.
chicken thing.
Yeah,
It was
that's
after-
the point. You get chicken. And then that stopped, and then all you get was Uncrustables.
no,
Had, like,
it wasn't
these little peanut butter and jelly Uncrustables things.
No,
And then eventually that went away, and you had the vending machine. And the vending machine, most of the time, just eats your money.
I have a video somewhere of Jason fighting with that machine.
Oh, I know what it is. I think it's this
I
thing
forgot
here.
about that.
I think I know what it is. It is coming from one of the open windows here. Oh,
The call is coming from inside your house.
yeah.
It's
I'm
like
alone.
taken.
I'm totally alone. Pedro is in a barbecue. Remember that I told you, Colin, that he's into
I'm
barbecue.
gonna say we're gonna have to have a conversation about this.
Pedro is in a barbecue, and Candida and Maria are in New York because they're moving Maria to the Maria is moving to New York.
City?
Yeah. Buddies, so let's go to the first one. So are you guys ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
To miss the next three.
Let's go in one. Oh, let me get ready here. No, I'm not ready. I'm the one that I'm not ready. So let's.
You're the one making the countdown.
Are
and
you
you're
ready?
Not ready?
And one, two, and three.
I know
I think I
exactly
know
what this is.
Yeah. Was
I
I even
know.
there?
But this one, not. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
You want me to do it again?
You've
I don't
been
know
there
if you- I don't
several
know if you
times.
need. I don't know if you need to.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
But I think I heard Darth Vader there. Look.
That's probably me breathing heavy.
I heard Darth Vader.
Jason with a sinus infection.
So no, yeah, okay. Oh, there you go.
Mark
And,
Jones.
yes. So this is a Borough Bridge, and let's go to the review.
I mean, if you're a kid and you don't if anyone has a kid who hasn't been to Tom Sawyer Island, you please get them there before this thing closes, because it is so much fun. It's so much fun just to run around.
Hi, Michelle. Michelle is saying.
My first thought was a horse. Well, it's your horse.
Yeah, the horse is breathing. Mr. P. But it's okay. Okay. Okay.
Number
go.
2.
In 1, 2, and.
Monty Python.
Again in 1, 2, and 3. Do you know what it is?
Bring out your dad.
It's one of two things, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah.
I'll do it again for the last time.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So Mark John is saying Main Street Fire Engine, no.
No.
Is the horse in the Main Street? No. Let me see here. Main Street Cars? No. Karen is saying Liberty Bell? No.
Did you hear? If you listen closely, it sounds like there's like a.
Yes. Again. I will put it. I'll put it again here. Main Street Car, Main Street Carriage with Horse, no.
Nope.
Bell Happy Woman, no. Liberty Bell, no.
I mean,
that's the train, right? No, Philippe, no, it's not.
No. It's the sound of the islands.
It is.
And not
it
Jamaica.
Not Jamaica. Don't come back to Jamaica. They're not waiting for you.
Oh, a pretty mama, Aruba.
Oh, yeah, Kokomo.
The train, no, it's not the train.
No. You want to just show them?
Okay, let's reveal it. Nobody got it. It is in Liberty Square. But this is the place.
That Monty Python reference isn't that?
I mean,
far
Liberty
off.
Bell's not. They were far off, but like, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
But you can hear the Sleepy Hollow like.
Yeah.
Okay.
The third one in 1, 2, and.
Oh, that's just mean.
That was created by you.
I was really mean.
Yeah, you.
What else is new?
Let's do it again in 1, 2, and 3. Let's do it again in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh man.
I mean, I have a guess, but I don't think I'm right.
Valerie is saying, ah, yes.
Yeah, it's real short.
Mark saying, now I want the lobster roll.
Why is it so short? Is it? Can you hear a little bell in the background?
I think it's in the song, though.
It is in the song. Is it a banjo?
No,
It's
no, I
not.
don't. The banjos don't sound like bells.
But this is in the chords.
Okay.
Disney Springs music? No.
So this is not in a park.
This is in the park.
This is in the park. Okay, so that there. All right.
I think he's
so,
got a theme going here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are. So this is. So we're in Frontierland.
Yes.
Okay. But why is it so short? Why did I make it so short?
I have two guesses, but I don't think either one of them are right. But if I'm right, I'll give it away.
So it is in Magic Kingdom, is in Frontierland,
Yes, in Frontierland.
and it's a part of Frontierland that, thanks God, will continue to be there for a long time.
Well, there goes my answers.
I mean, I'm thinking it's that space down by Thunder Mountain. Like, is it that area, the Overlook area by Thunder Mountain?
Maybe the train station?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's kind of, you got really you're so close,
okay.
so close. But I will show you. I reviewed it because nobody's gonna get it. That was really mean. But
It was mean. It was mean. Whoever did that. Colin, we're commenting behind. It's like there's no one there. I don't think the attraction was open that day at that point. Yeah.
Either the park just opened or it was closed.
Do you have a date? You don't have a date on that file?
Yes, that was 2020. It was 2021.
Yeah. So
It was, and it was
Could have
around
been
this.
the refurb.
Yeah, buddies. One thing. Jason, did you have the opportunity to visit to go to the Country Bears?
no.
It's beautiful. It's also good. Also good.
Okay.
So much
I
love.
don't need a fast pass for that, right? I can just
No. Go
I
there.
doubt it.
And you know one thing, what was neat about what they did is that you can tell that there was a lot of love involved, the respect. It's so beautiful now because even with the small changes that they did in terms of costumes and mainly lights, the lightning is beautiful.
Well, and I heard that it's cool because there's kids actually like singing along with the songs now because they know the songs.
Yes. So you get
nice.
you get the crowd involvement, and it was neat to play. Beautiful. I think they did it great. The theater looks nice. The lights are great, and the beers are perfect. And in terms of even when it compared to other things, when they did the Christmas version or the new versions that they did, no, it is a lot better than anything that they did before. So it's not the original show. Oh, it's not the original show. But in terms of updated version, they respected and they gave a lot of love. So it's and that's an original. That's an original attraction to the Magic Kingdom. You need to remember that.
One of the
Country
few
Bears.
left.
Country Bears was originally it started in Magic. Actually, was originally planned for Mineral King, the ski
Right.
station,
Right.
but it haven't happened. And they used the idea to be actually for a long time was the main attraction for Magic Kingdom when they start in '71. They start so and then they redid it for Disneyland for a while, okay, and It is amazing. So it's beautiful. A lot of love for the ride that they gave there. Okay.
You know what I think we need to talk about in an upcoming After Hours?
What?
Tomorrowland.
Oh, that needs a lot.
We need to talk about Tomorrowland.
But we cannot forget that Tron was a sign of love, and Tron.
Oh
was,
no, I don't think the company's giving up on tomorrow. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I just think that we need to commit some time to
yes
to having our own blue sky conversation about Tomorrowland.
Because
since we know, look, since the one positive thing that's come out of this week. I mean, there's a lot of positive things that come out of this week. Actually, a lot of positive. But one thing that has been made clear is that, like, no more can you say, "Oh, you can't touch this."
They'll touch
No. So that makes our job in terms of blue sky, like armchair blue sky, armchair Imagineering, a lot easier, a lot more fun, right? Because now we can say, "Oh, well,
but buddies,
this could go or that can go."
And remember, I think that's despite the fact that they announced a lot of stuff, I think that we're still gonna hear during the year a lot of other stuff because there was nothing mentioning the resorts, and we know there's.
I know what happened with the Poly Tower. Like what?
Well,
they
no,
did
to be
release new
fair,
concept art,
to
but
be fair,
several
there
days
was
later.
there was a whole booth for
A DVC booth.
For the new Poly building, and it looks beautiful. But everything is rendering, but looks beautiful. Looks beautiful there.
I did see some of those photos.
Yes. So they had a booth. They have just for that building. Okay.
In fairness, it looks a lot better than the first concept.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I have to be. I mean, I have to tell you one thing. When I first saw the idea, and in the past now, talking about what happened before.
Yeah.
When I first saw the idea of Grand Destino Tower, I hate it. I hate it. I said that's sacrilege. You cannot do that here. And I love that place.
Yeah,
I love that.
And I didn't really have a. It's Coronado Springs was one of the resorts I just never went to, and so I didn't have any preconceived notions. So when I experienced Grand Destino Tower, it was really kind of with fresh eyes, and so for me, everything just. It was just perfect. The other remark we need to make about Magic Kingdom, and I know it's late, we got to get going, but I don't know. The big problem that needs to be solved is going to be, like, with all this extra guest capacity that's going to come with this expansion. How are they going to get in there?
The second entrance, yes, you're right.
If you do a second entrance and you make that a hotel or something, we speculated about that. That's just going to add more people, and usually they make it so that only people from those hotels can use that entrance. So that really doesn't take care of the problem, which is going to be the massive quantities of extra people you're going to have coming in through the normal means. And I don't know that they can't handle that. And fireworks are already just very, very crowded experience.
Touched on the answer, though. I wonder if it is Liberty Square is going to change drastically.
But even getting down the corridor of Main Street, and especially if you're going to introduce a parade.
You're right.
But think about the space that's behind, like, what is a Christmas shop now? There's a lot of room there that you could put additional bridges and stuff if you needed to. But it's going to be interesting.
You still got to get them into the park and down Main Street. Yeah. That's that. Yep. Like, and fireworks, you got to. People already can't. Like, there are many nights where unless I camp out for the fireworks, I can't actually enjoy the fire. I can't stand there and watch the fireworks
anymore. No, you can't.
Because there's nowhere to be had. You're going to be standing in front of someone else or something.
Which is kind of what we touched on with the parade, realistically.
Yeah,
it's going to make it worse.
I don't know what they're going to. Again, it's a longer subject to discuss.
But
I think this is a tougher one. This is a tougher one to solve.
Yeah.
Or they'll continue that other side of Main Street or something and leave it open more. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Or either. I don't. I think it's a problem though. But you're gonna have to draw people unless you do something different in another part of the park to draw people away.
I mean, in fairness, they do it at DCA, but it's a cluster in the morning. It is. I mean, everything goes in. You block them at a certain point. You go to the next spot, and they block them at another certain point. And rope drop's kind of hectic there, but I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Talking about DVC, one thing that I just I watched for we watched again, and we went to see the World of Colors 1. But one thing that they're doing now
That's
is
great.
that
I love that show.
Yeah, the show is beautiful. I had the this time it was not as good as the first time that I watched it, because the first time I watched it was with Candida. I was with Jason and with Michelle, and it was amazing. Okay, it was last October.
It's
But-
probably my favorite story of a show currently at Walt Disney World. Not Walt
But-
Disney World, Disney in general in the United States.
Before they starting that, they're doing a pre-show, a pre-presentation with the effects of in a special for Inside Out 2, which is beautiful. It is less like 4 minutes. It's like a pre-show. Beautiful, and I recorded it. Yeah, it was really beautiful. Okay, guys.
All right. Yeah. I just got my notification. I'm supposed to go to bed now.
Oh, sorry.
You're not
sorry,
going to
yeah,
do that yet.
yeah,
I know. It's just,
Just lace down right here.
we broke our
I'm gonna stay
record.
here.
It's-
So
it's 10:35. Do you know where your children are?
no,
No,
Unless you grew up in the 80s, you don't know that. I'm here.
no, I don't. And I didn't grow up in the 80s here. So
70s, everybody. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, they used to be 11. It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Every night before the news started, that's what they would come across. 'Cause that's how it was. People, like, you didn't know where your kids were, I guess.
Now when you get out of your car, it
You had
says,
to be
"Don't forget
reminded
your
that you had kids before the
Check
news
the
came
back seat.
out. I know. No, sorry.
Oh, now I got it. Listen,
I do remember my bag every time because of that.
thank you, buddies. I really appreciate it. And well,
I don't know if we made many friends tonight, but we're here.
no, I think I think we made a lot of friends, and thank you for the audience. Have a safe rest of the week, and we're gonna see you in hopefully in 1 month. We're not gonna wait too much to see you again. The last 2 months were and mostly my fault. The months were messy. Yeah, it was messy for me, and but now I'm back. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and see you soon.
Good night, guys.
All right. See ya.